He played 2010 and offensive tackle. He was awarded the 2022 season opening player of the game and All-Our Power. He is also part of the track. His favorite memory is beating the kickoff in the Cheerleader championship route. His future plans are to continue education and practice and the kickoff in the offense. He's going to guide the championship Clayton Boyd. Nate is he has played football for 9 years and is a 4-year letter winner. He plays tight end and middle linebacker. His favorite memory from football is the D10 championship. Nate is unsure of his future plans, and his advice he thinks everyone could benefit from is everything happens for a reason, move on. Nathan Clayton Boyd.
Nate.
Next up, Zachary Scott King. It's his son, Kendra and Scott King. He has been involved in the football program for 4 years. He plays offensive and defensive line. His favorite memory is having bonfires at Atlantis his freshman year. Zach's future plans are to get a job voting and take a class for the fire department. He would like to remind everyone, if you find something you like, stick with it. Zachary Scott King. I'm going to say that.
All right, Zach.
Next is Jacob Corbin Lopetek. Jacob is the son of Renee and Martin Kowalski. This is his first year on the football team. His favorite memory is any moment with the Lions. Jacob's future plans are to attend Grove City College and major in international business. His advice to everyone is never do anything for attention. Do it because you want to and always be yourself. Jacob Corbin Lopetek. Hayden Christopher McCready. Hayden is the son of Amanda and Justin McCready. He has been a part of the football team for 4 years and is a 3-year letter winner. He plays tight end and defensive back. He is also a part of the baseball team. His favorite memory is having the game-winning interception to beat Hickory last year. Hayden's future plans are to attend college and pursue a career in physical therapy. He wants everyone to ask questions and never to be afraid to ask a dumb question. Hayden Christopher McCready.
Who was that last one? Hayden. That's Hayden.
Anthony Christian.
Christian.
Anthony is the son of Julie and Mike Montgomery. He has played football for 4 years and is a 4-year letter winner. His favorite memory is winning the D10 championship. Anthony's future plans are to go to college and have fun. He would like to remind everyone to enjoy life. Anthony Christian Nemeth.
Yeah.
William Trey Resner. Trey is the son of Michelle and Bill Resner. He is a part of the football team for 4 years and is a 3-year letter winner. He plays wide receiver and is defensive back. He also is a part of the indoor and outdoor track team. His favorite memory is winning the D10 championship. Trey's future plans are to go to college and run track. His advice to his teammates is to enjoy high school because it really goes by fast. William Trey Resner.
Anthony.
Thomas Andrew Rogers. Thomas is the son of Candy and James Rogers. He has been playing football for 9 years. He plays center and defensive tackle. He also attends Tech for diesel mechanic. His favorite memory is when Coach Craig broke his finger on the slip and slide during two-a-days. Thomas's future plans are to work in the diesel field. His advice for everyone is to never give up on something too early because you never know how it's going to end. Thomas Andrew Rogers. Okay, that's going to conclude our football seniors. Go ahead and give them one last round of applause.
Smile, Tommy. Tommy, smile.
We will now recognize the senior band members. Nicholas Anderson. Victor is son of Victor Eric Anderson. She is an advanced guardian. She is also a leader for right to youth orchestra. Southern Band Jazz Band. Victor Roy the student family is having opportunities for and have activities. Victor's future plans are success solid in music studies. This is big city. Work in live studio and continue making music. It's a great to have one and dance. Never class online. Don't spend your whole night stressing over homework. Have fun when the chance is given. Those memories you will never get back. Olivia Beth Klaus. Christina Renee Dunkerley. Christina is the daughter of Becky and Ken Dunkerley. She's been involved with band for 5 years, and she's drum major. She's also a part of track, Global Scholars, Interact, Mario and Mock Trial, and jazz band. Her favorite memory is getting rained out 8th grade year at Cedar Point. Christina's future plans are to take a gap year then go to college. Advice for everyone is to do your best and have fun. Christina Renee Dunkerley. Ethan Lawson Frost. Ethan is the son of Shannon and Chris Frost. He has been a part of the band for 5 years and plays the trumpet. He is also a part of the swim team. His favorite memory is going to Cedar Point. Ethan's future plans are to go to college and do lots of stuff. His advice to everyone is to think of some advice before your senior night so you don't have to Google advice for high schoolers. Also, be yourself. Ethan Lawson Frost. Daniel Jacob Hessler. Dan is the son of Tammy Hessler. He has been involved with the band for 4 years and he's on drumline. He plays snare and sometimes quads if he wants his back to her for the next few days. His favorite memory is going to Ian Park with drumline after games his freshman year. Dan's future plan is to grow old. His advice for everyone is to have some fun every once in a while. Daniel Jacob Hessler.
Molly Beth Hillman. Molly is the daughter of Pam and Wayne Hillman. She has been a part of the band for 5 years and plays the trombone. She also takes part in jazz band, pep rally, academic games, mock trial, global scholars, 4-H, and National Honor Society. Her favorite memory is taking a lightning break at Sophie Rock, and both bands went to the auditorium and played music and danced. Molly's future plans are to go to college for animal science, and then go to veterinary school, and have many animals, and live happily. The advice to everyone is no matter what you do it with confidence. People will believe in you. Molly Beth Hillman. Alexander Michael Holmes. Alex is the son of Lisa and Mike Holmes. He has been a part of the band for 5 years and is the drumline captain. He's also involved with Ski Club, Young Life, Student Council, Baseball, Advanced Video, Yearbook, Boy Scouts, Jazz Band Theater, and he's a student ambassador. Lastly, but certainly not least, he's also in a rock band. The name is At the Freshman's Music on Instagram. His favorite memory is buying 500 chicken nuggets after Cedar Point. His future plans are undecided, but he would like to remind everyone to do what you want because a pirate is free. Alexander Michael Holmes.
Joseph Durham Irvin. Joey is being escorted by Melanie Bell and Bruce Irvin. He has been involved with the band for 5 years and plays the electrical bass. He is also part of jazz and concert band and the swim team. His favorite memory is during 8th grade. Ethan and Justin were stuck in a terrible storm at Cedar Point, and it took them forever to find their friends. Joey's future plans are to go to music school and then move to Indiana and work at Sweetwater. Lastly, his dad won't let him give any of his advice. Joseph Durham Irvin. Abigail Nancy Nichols. Abby is the daughter of Connie and Steve Nichols. She has been involved with the band for 5 years and plays the saxophone. She also takes part in cross-country, indoor and outdoor track, student council, ACE, Global Scholars, National Honor Society, and is a student ambassador. Her favorite memory is the game at Titusville during her junior year. Abby's future plans are to run track for Lafayette College, have a career in international business, and be more successful than her older brothers. Advice she thinks everyone in the band can benefit from is if Dunkin' drive-thru line is going to make you late to band camp, remember, Mr. Gary likes his coffee black. Abigail Nancy Nichols.
Katie Violet Harbasnik. Katie is the daughter of Angelina and Kevin Harbasnik. She has been a part of the band for 3 years, and she plays saxophone. She's also involved in chamber choir, show choir, concert, and jazz band. Her favorite memory is seeing Mr. Hobarker's reaction when we put sunglasses on right before playing Secret Agent Santa. Katie's future plans are to go to college for a business degree, open up a little shop, and then travel in a future Volkswagen Bug. Her advice is not to stress out too much. Sometimes you have to stay swaggy. Katie Violet Harbasnik. Caden Mark Russell. Caden is the son of Wendy and Mark Russell. He has been in band for 5 years and is a part of Drumline. His favorite memory is performing at Cedar Park. Caden's future plans are to go to college, and he hasn't picked a major yet. His advice for everyone is to always try your best and have fun. Caden Mark Russell.
Brianna Marie Seberg. Brianna is the daughter of Cheryl and Donald Seberg. She has been involved with the band for 5 years and plays the clarinet. She is also involved with Concert Band, Global Scholars, Spanish Club, and National Honor Society. Her favorite memory is performing at the halftime shows. Brianna's future plans consist of going to college and studying business. Her advice to everyone who isn't in the band is to join band. You won't regret it and you'll have fun. Brianna Marie Seabird. Judah James Stewart. Judah is the son of Cindy and Lance Stewart. He has been involved with the band for 3 years and plays hand cymbals. He is also part of the boys tennis team and SUNY Council. His favorite memory is getting to play and learn cymbals from some of the coolest people in band and learning about football from Tegan's yelling. Judah's future plans are to attend college to major in psychology and to be the best person he can be. His advice to everyone is to not stress about being stressed, and he would like to point out that he is speedrunning high school by graduating a year early. Judah James Stewart.
Emily Mildred Stutzman. Emily is the daughter of Melissa and Brian Stutzman. This is her first year in band. She's also a part of Global Scholars and football and wrestling cheer. Her favorite memory is making TikToks in the hallway during band camp, while the band was outside practicing. Emily's future plans are to pursue a degree in counseling psychology. Her advice is to breathe. The world is overwhelming, but you are capable. Emily Mildred Stutzman.
Okay, here we go. Here's a. Sorry.
Sierra Marie Sapache. Sierra is the daughter of Megan and Martin Sapache. This is her first year in band, and she is a band manager. Her favorite memory is having fun with the other band managers before loading the bus. Sierra's future plans include becoming a psychologist counselor. Her advice is to take a beat and show dudes. Sierra Marie Sapache. That concludes the band seniors. Go ahead and give them one last round of applause.
Next will be our Silkline ladies. First is Riley Jo Chris. Riley is the daughter of Rhonda and James Chris.
Sorry.
She
Okay.
has been a part of Silkline for 4 years and was a captain for 2 years. She is the secretary of National Honor Society and Student Council treasurer. She is also involved with school and club volleyball, theater/thespian society, and the relay for
Check
life.
1 2 1 2 3.
Her favorite memory is becoming
We
a
good?
doctor.
Okay.
for Silkline. Her junior
John,
year,
right?
thanks
Yeah,
to
that's a
Maddie,
plus.
and she has enjoyed being Silkline captain with her 2 best friends.
Double check just in case.
Riley's future plans are to study biochemical engineering at a college far, far away from Drug City and to make lots of money. Her advice for her teammates is to remember it doesn't matter if you drop your flag. Riley Jo Chris.
Okay, Art, I'm here.
Madison Paige Hamill. Maddie is the daughter of Angie
Hey,
and
Bobby.
Brian
How
Hamill.
you?
Okay, how you
She has
doing?
been involved with Silkline for 3 years and has been a captain for 1 year. Her favorite memory is any time spent with the lovely ladies on Silkline. Maddie's future plans are to attend West Virginia University for a degree in law. Her advice for everyone is to live, laugh, love. Madison Paige Hamill.
Lynn Boys. Katerina is the daughter of Heather and Chad Lloyd. She has been involved with Silkline for 4 years. She's also involved with National
Amy, there
Honor
you go.
Society and Ski Club. Her favorite memory is dancing in the rain with Katie. Katerina's favorite future plans are to go to college and become a school psychologist. Her advice to everyone is to dance in the rain. Katerina Lynn Lloyd.
I can do that tonight.
Kids.
Elizabeth Marie Love. Lizzie is the daughter of Emily and David Jr. Love. She's been involved with Silkline for 3 years. She's been a part of Concert Band for 6 years. My favorite memory is when Megan stopped playing the root beer at band camp, along with running in the pouring rain to avoid getting soaked. Lizzie's future plans are to take a gap year and decide what she would like to do and end up whatever God puts her. Her advice is to never give up because you would be proud of yourself for sticking it out. Lastly, she would like to thank her parents for always believing in her. Elizabeth Marie Love. Now go ahead and give it up one last time for the Subway Seniors.
Now for the first for the dance line seniors is Avery Rosemary Berry. Avery is the daughter of Sheila and Gerald Berry. She has been a part of the dance line team for 2 years. She is also involved with basketball, cheer, and track. Her favorite memory is when the dance line won section
About
4
six.
during dance line. Avery's favorite plans are by the way, her advice to everyone is to never take anything too seriously. She would also like to thank her friends and family for going to every game to support her, and special shout out to her mom for making her join dance line. Avery Rosemary Bear. Peyton Emily Davis. Peyton is the daughter of Jen and Brad Davis. She has been involved with Soapline for 4 years and is a letter winner. She was also awarded Best Improvement during her freshman year. She is also part of National Honor Society and is learning astronomy for her IOP. Her favorite memory is winning the homecoming game against Slippery Rock and the time she caught Brielle mid-fall in front of the entire band. Peyton's future plans are to go to college for physical therapy or interior design. She also hopes to get married, live in the South, and start a family. Her advice is always know what time you need to leave for the game because the band will leave without you. It has happened. She is forever grateful for every girl on the team, making every Friday as special as it can be for her. She'll miss all of you. Peyton Emily Davis.
Brielle Sunderland Moore. Brielle is the daughter of Jeannie and Josh Moore. She has been involved with dance line for 4 years and has been the captain for 1 year. She also dances at DMD and is part of Makeup Crew for Theater. The favorite memory is singing Eating Meanies by Justin Bieber with everyone on the bus. Brielle's future plans are to become a preschool teacher and teach dance in her own studio. Her advice is to laugh as hard as you want and not take everything so serious. Brielle Sunderland Moore. Megan Elizabeth Parents. Megan is the daughter of Diana and David Parents. She's been involved with dance line for 4 years. She's also involved with volleyball, student government, and advanced video club. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year college and study nursing. Her advice to the girls is to enjoy the games no matter if you win or lose. You'll thank yourself later for having fun with your friends. She would like to thank her friends and family for supporting and helping her to feel included even when she was injured. Megan Elizabeth Harris.
Ella Helene Wise. Ella is the daughter of Lisa Stahl and Tom Wise. She has been a part of Dance Line for 4 years and was awarded Rookie of the Year her freshman year. She's also involved with basketball, USATF, track, dance, and global scholars. Her favorite memory is putting on plays in the auditorium during band camp. Ella's future plans are to go to college, get married, and start a family. Her advice is to never care what other people think. Life is supposed to be fun, so let go, enjoy it, and make memories. Ella Helene Wise. That's going to conclude our Dance Line seniors. Go ahead and give them one last round of applause. Next is going to be our boys golf seniors, starting with Ethan Glenn Cunningham. Ethan is the son of Aaron and John Cunningham. He has been a part of the golf team for 4 years and has lettered 2 years. He is also awarded 4-time region champion and first team all-region 2 years. His favorite memory is traveling to York, PA his junior year to watch Toby compete in the state tournament. Ethan's future plans are to go play college golf down south. His advice is to remember to be a kind person because it all pays off. Ethan Glenn Cunningham.
Thank you. Yes, I'm good.
Tyler Charles Hamilton. Tyler is the son of Ben Hamilton. He has been involved with golf for 2 years. His favorite memory is watching Toby play in states last year. Tyler's future plans are to play college golf down south. His advice to his teammates is to work hard at things you're passionate about. Tyler Charles Hamilton. Kieran Michael O'Rourke. Kieran is the son of Anne-Marie and Paul O'Rourke. This is his first year playing golf. He was also involved with soccer and disc
We'll
golf.
go to the coach's interviews early. I mean, we'll take those early. So
61 Oak Park at Wando Country
I'm not going to
Club.
ask you. Anything
Kieran's
surprise you?
future plans are to go to Penn State Shenango and to become a chemical engineer. Lastly, he would like to remind everyone not to do drugs. Kieran Michael O'Rourke. Let's get it one more time for the seniors of boys golf.
Lastly, we will now recognize our cheer seniors, starting off with John Ryan DePaulo. Gianna is the daughter of Rosie and Chris DePaulo. This is her first year doing football cheer. She was also part of basketball cheer. Her favorite memory is when we beat Silver Rock in the last 40 seconds of the homecoming game. Gianna's future plans are to study nursing at either Pitt or Jameson. Some advice she thinks everyone can benefit from is you only live once, so don't be afraid to try new things. Lastly, she would like to thank her parents and coaches for pushing her to try out for football cheer her senior year. Gianna Ryan DePaulo.
A very pleasant Friday evening to you from rainy Grove City. The rain coming down here tonight at Porter Field for the senior night festivities. The Grove City Eagles, they hope for sunshine, however. It's senior night and Grove City hosting one of its oldest and fiercest rivals, the Hickory Hornets. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs here tonight, joined by Jeff Bell. Pinch hitting tonight for Chris Birch. First Major League Baseball playoffs underway. Perfect out of pinch hitter. Going to the guy off the bench, Coach Bell. Great to have you here tonight. This is a series that you know very well from your days as a player at Grove City, as an assistant coach, and then as head coach at Grove City. Neither coach will have to get the win one for the giver speech tonight.
No, I think anytime Grove City plays Hickory, it doesn't matter the sport.
West Virginia and
It's
West Virginia University and major
dangerous team. In my opinion, very dangerous team. I think Grove City going on the last 4 or 5 weeks. I'm anxious to see who's going to come out with it.
Hickory, of course, a tough one last week, 23-20 loss at home to Slippery Rock Grove City, coming off a 33-27 win last Saturday night at Greenville, so a short week for the Eagles as they had to hold on. Greenville team, like Hickory, a very dangerous team. Coach, you mentioned Hickory, a dangerous team. They're a very desperate team. 2-4, a couple of very tough losses in there, losing to Wilmington by a point in the closing moments last week, losing on a field goal with a minute to go. And a team that is as talented as Hickory and has maybe just not had a few bounces that has go their way, that desperation. They are as dangerous as it gets coming in here tonight.
And that's for sure. And you know, sooner or later, the luck's, going to switch and go in your favor. I mean, as a coach, as a player, that's what you're thinking, that, this can't continue. Our luck's got to change. And hopefully for Grove City, that doesn't happen tonight. But I think we're in for, a real good football game, and I'm anxious to get this one kicked off.
And a kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. Grove City 4-2 overall, 3-1 in the league. Hickory 2-4 overall, 0-4 in Region 3 play. But as Coach said, the Hornets looking for things to even out a little bit, and Grove City hoping that, because the Eagles, they've won a couple of close games. The Slippery Rock game a couple of weeks ago, and then last Saturday, in fact, back-to-back games. A game in which the Eagles were down against Greenville, got the lead, and then held on at the end. Grove City also wondering that sometimes things even out, and Eagles hoping tonight is not the night for that. Senior night continues here. The band and cheerleaders being recognized. The football players were recognized earlier tonight. It is a rainy night here in Grove City. The rain moved in a little bit after 6. It was a light mist. It has intensified somewhat. Artificial turf surface here, so the field is in good shape. But, Coach, anytime weather's involved, you can't ignore it.
No, that's for sure. Turnovers, in any game, especially a game like this, a rivalry game, turnovers will be big tonight. And I haven't heard the coaches' interviews, but I'm sure they're talking about turnovers and who wins the turnover game. And always coaches line of scrimmage, who's going to control the line of scrimmage. And this rain, you practice in it, you prepare for it, but that football bounces some funny ways sometimes. So I'm sure we'll see some turnovers tonight.
Hickory has struggled with turnovers at times this season, and Grove City's been on the plus side of turnovers. The Eagles, in fact, 5 defensive touchdowns this year, and the Eagles hoping to continue that formula tonight. Coach and I are going to take a break. When we come back, we will visit with the head coaches. I had a chance to speak with Hickory head coach Bill Dungy, as well as Grove City coach Sam Mowry. We'll have more pregame after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
I do have you. For what I want to mention. Yeah, what I can, you know.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Good. Who you guys have tomorrow? Okay. At home? Is it like Hall of Fame night? Okay. Okay. Well, that's 3 pretty good names. So great. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. 6 o'clock start tomorrow for you guys. Okay. I'll try to keep an eye on it. I'll be driving back from Bethany. So yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Concludes our 2022 senior night. One last thank you to everyone for all the love and support you have given these seniors during their high school careers, and we wish you all the best. Go ahead and give it up one more time for all of them, and the band will begin their pregame soon. Thank you.
The banner won't stick. So.
Radicamos en California, el negocio va subiendo. Yo solo compro las plantas y en mi casa lo ando haciendo. La goma que yo le saco a coca voy convirtiendo. Por la Vermont y la Florence y también en la Pacific, a mí me miran paseando y mis hermanos me siguen. Vamos a ver unas plebes porque el negocio requiere.
but he's ready to go tonight.
Okay. With Telez, do you have any packages for him, or maybe you're keeping that under your sleeve or up your sleeve?
We'll see how the game goes. Xander's a great competitor, really good athlete. He already plays some wide receiver for us, so he'll be ready to play.
Nice fallback plan, isn't he?
Yeah, and a young guy, a sophomore who's learning. He's getting better. Like I said, a really good athlete. He helps us in other ways, and he's our starting strong safety on defense. So one way or the other, he'll be out there.
Mentioned your defense tonight. You take on a Grove City team that certainly know them well. Have played them a lot over the years. 3 times in 2020. Last year, a tight game down here. What are some things that concern you about Grove City?
It starts with the quarterback, Holman. When you have a quarterback that's a dual threat, that's always a problem. So he's the head of the snake. We got to be able to contain him. And then it's Lutz, whether he's in the backfield, he's out wide, he's in the slot, you got to know where he's at all times. So I think that's the biggest thing with them. And then on the defensive end is, their defensive line really gets off the ball. They're aggressive. They're not as big as they have been in the past, but the defensive line is very aggressive. And they have a really talented secondary, guys who are ball hawks, and they tackle really well. So, we got to be able to block on offense and keep them, and then on defense contain Holman and Lutz.
Well, you answered my next question about the keys, Coach Dungy. Best of luck tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Hickory coach Bill Dungy. More after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Extra kick. Check out O'Neill Coffee's new line of travel mugs, hoodies, and beanie hats to keep you toasty as the weather cools down. Located at 14 Fair Street in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Procrastination is postponing a task that needs to be done now. Longer investment terms may create more opportunities for compounded return growth. Leaving the market through challenging times to return when the market is going back up can be a lost opportunity as well. Please call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar to review how investing long-term can work for you at 724-458-5233 or stop by 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs, and as Owens Corning preferred contractor, Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage. Caring beyond prescription.
We're back here on Sports Radio 96.7. Ryan Briggs with Grove City coach Sam Mowry. Coach, senior night tonight, obviously a very emotional night. This is a group that you had them in school 5 years ago as seventh graders, teaching them about biology, and all those types of fun things, and football the last 4 years. Before we talk about tonight's opponent, just what's this senior group mean to you?
Just such a special group. Every class has their own story, and they all have their own journey, and every class has a different personality. And this senior class has just been such a joy to work with as a teacher and in middle school, and having the opportunity to work with them for their 4 years of high school. It is it's just always, as you said, an emotional night and a special night because there's a lot of great memories and a lot of hours put in on and off the field, spending time getting to know them, and they are just a special class that mean a lot to this program, mean a lot to these other young men out here, and have done a great job as a Grove City Eagle.
Just in looking at them, you look at the roster, there are a lot of guys here who've made a lot of sacrifices over the years, be it playing time or position changes. Yeah, even this week, I know Jacob Arnold has shuffled around a couple of different spots. It seems like that's, if there was maybe one word to describe them, just as an outside observer looking in, it's selfless.
And that's exactly one of the topics that we talked about last night in our team meeting. Is that's one thing that stands out about not only our seniors, but this entire group right now is just the sacrifice and the selflessness that they show, and their willingness to put themselves in positions they might not necessarily feel comfortable with, but they know it's what's best for the team. And that's something as coaches and adults that you admire in the young men and their ability to handle those situations and go out of their comfort zone to do what's best for the team.
And when things get tight, something like that can carry a team through a tight spot.
Without a doubt. There's been, as you mentioned, Jacob Arnold's been bumped around to a few different positions, and all of a sudden now he's starting on the defense and offensive line, and, had never been there before up until this year, and actually just a couple weeks ago on the offensive line. And we could go through all these young men and several different of them that have had to step up and make some position changes for the team.
And also a couple of jersey numbers for Jacob. His third different number tonight, 72. But the people watching on the video will see it. The people listening will have to hear Coach Bell and I talk about it. But tonight, of course, Hickory in town. A great rivalry. Been playing just about every year since World War II ended. A lot on the line, certainly in region play with Hickory. Hickory, a team that's certainly a very desperate team coming in. Your team's been on a little bit of a roll. What concerns you about Hickory?
Just there's a lot to be concerned about. They have very talented, skilled positions. I'll speak defensively. Their secondary does a great job. Their linebackers fill hard and make plays on the ball. Defensive line does a nice job being aggressive and blowing up some gaps and making plays in the backfield offensively. Quarterbacks, and they've used a couple now in these last couple games, and they both have different strengths and bring a little bit different dynamic to the game. And their skill players, running backs, do a great job, and the receivers can make plays in space. So, our focus is, it's the same speech every day, really, for us. Our focus is on these guys in black jerseys and making sure that we're reaching our full potential every time we step on the field.
You mentioned the two quarterbacks, Logan Woods and Xander Tellez, both played a lot last week. From a preparation standpoint, how much time do you devote specifically to what the two quarterbacks do well? Or is it
Now show your bluster, but on the band. Can't find it, the 1, 2, the
Hey, there are prices on my roof.
Well, we can have in an hour.
Now we are playing.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the Sub of the Game and Play of the Game.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage. Caring beyond prescriptions.
The Grove City High School Marching Band concluding its pregame performance. We are here at Grove City's Forker Field. Ryan Briggs along with Jeff Bell tonight. We have Art Shannon back in the studio. Don't forget, after the game, we have the O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. That's coming up after the game. And then later tonight until 11 o'clock, the Warner's Homes and Improvements fifth quarter scoreboard show with Aaron Biro and Darren Steele. Coach, you heard each of the coaches' interviews. Anything that jumped out at you? And what are a couple of things that you'll be keeping an eye on?
Well, I think, as I, stated earlier, that, controlling the offensive line of scrimmage is going to be key tonight. I think that's going to allow each team to come out and execute their offense and do what they want to do what they practiced all week. So that's going to be key. I also think that, getting off to a good start, a fast start, is going to be crucial, especially for a team like Hickory. I was looking at the stats, and there's so many of them that are, these two teams, even though their records may not, they're very close in stats. For example, they've each scored 17 touchdowns. But Grove City has been outscored in the first and fourth quarter, and Hickory's been outscored in the second and third quarter. So this will be interesting tonight to see if that trend continues or we break it. But you know what? It's a great night. The leaves are turning, and we got a little bit of rain, but it's a great night for football, and I think we're in for a real good game.
Grove City and Hickory tonight. Coach and I will take our final break. When we come back, we'll have the Penn Ohio Roofing starting lineups and the kickoff.
Yeah, maybe I did. Sorry.
170, a junior. Trey Resner, a senior, 5'9", 150. And Nathan Greer, 6'2", 160. Greer is a sophomore. The tight end, Clayton Martin, 5'7", 170, a sophomore. The tackles, Jacob Arnold on the left side, 6'2", 200, a senior. Don Navarro at right tackle, he's 6 feet, 200, a junior. The guards, Marcello Trezona, 6'2", 225. Dropping out here. Okay, and we're back after a brief interruption there. The Penn Ohio Roofing starting lineups brought to you by Penn Ohio Roofing. Continuing, not sure where we were necessarily disconnected, but the Grove City offensive line. The tackles are Jacob Arnold and Adon Navarro. The guards are Marcello Trezona and Jack Wolf. Trezona 6'2", 225, a junior. Wolf, a sophomore, 6'3", 225. And in the middle, it's the center, Dylan Ahern, 6'2", 210, a senior. The Hickory defense, it's a 3-3-5. The ends are Peyton Lawrence, 6'2", 215, a senior, and Yuri Figueroa, 5'11", 190, a sophomore. The nose tackle tonight is Ben Walls, 6 feet, 245, a sophomore. The linebackers, Ty Holland on the strong side, 6'1", 205, a senior. Sean Kennedy in the middle, 5'9", 205, a junior. Damar Trawick on the weak side, 5'11", 185. He's a senior. The corners, Nash Parada, 6'1", 170, a senior, and Luke Neville, 5'10", 155, a junior. The safeties, Xander Telez, 6'3", 160, a sophomore. Timmy Krivosh, 5'8", 155, a junior, and Will Acree, 5'10", 175, a junior. The Hickory offense, the starting quarterback will be Logan Woods, 5'10", 185, a senior. Kennedy is at running back, while CC Trawick back there. The receivers, Keenan Scullen, 6'1", 170, a junior. Neville's the flanker. Holland, the tight end. The H-back is Acree. At left tackle, it's Peyton Lawrence. The right tackle is Ethan Hamley, 6'1", 205, a senior. The guards are Luke Lewis, 6'2", 300, a freshman. And Gavin Rogers, 5'11", 240, a senior. They switched from last week. Lewis going to the left side, Rogers to the right side. Ryan Cox is the center, 5'8", 235, a senior. The Grove City defense, a 4-4 alignment. The ends are Ahern and Arnold. Trezona and DJ Bones are the tackles. Bones, a freshman, 5'9", 200. Outside linebackers are Homan and Dom Garzarelli. Garzarelli, 5'6", 165, a junior. The inside backers are Nemec and Nathan Boyd. Boyd, 5'8", 185, a senior. Resner and Lutz are the corners. Greer, the free safety. Captains are meeting at midfield. Grove City black tops, black pants. Old gold numbers and letters outlined in white, black helmets. Hickory, white jerseys, red numbers and letters outlined in black, black pants. And the helmets for Hickory, black with a red H on them. Rain has lightened up somewhat here. Coach, any final thoughts before kickoff?
We didn't. I think we mentioned it, but special teams. Both of these teams have some explosive returners, and you don't want to go get a snack during the game during the kickoff because you might miss one of the big plays. Both are explosive punt returners, kickoff returners. Both teams have scored off their special teams, and expect to see that continue tonight.
And last week, Nathan Greer, 98-yard kick return for Grove City. Will Acree, a 62-yard punt return for the Eagles. So it will be Hickory receiving to begin tonight's game. The Hornets will go east to west here at Forker Field towards the scoreboard. The wind has been kind of swirling tonight. There's not a lot of wind at the moment, but that could change as the night goes on. Temperature about 50 degrees. It will drop into the 40s by the time we finish up here tonight at Forker Field. Crowd still filing in here. Senior night at Grove City. And the Eagles will have Jacob Stucchio to kick off from left to right here at Forker Field. So glad you could join us tonight. Special hello to everybody watching via the Grove City Boosters YouTube. John Medvey, are we hooked up, John? We are hooked up. Good to go. Hello, everybody out there also. We've had a couple minor glitches here on each side, but we're all ready to go. Get them out of the way early. But thanks to John and the Boosters for putting this together. We started it in 2020 out of necessity. Now a little bit more of a luxury to do it, but able to do it. And wherever you are watching tonight or listening, hope you're warm and dry. Maybe having yourself a nice cup of O'Neill coffee or tea on this fall night. It's October 7th. It kind of feels like November, Coach.
It does. It's the weather changed the last couple of days, and this is football weather. And as I stated before, when you see those leaves turn, it's getting close to the playoffs, and each game carries a little bit more importance.
Jacob Stucchio will kick off for Grove City. Will Hickory is deep for Hickory, along with, appears to be Timmy Krivosh back there. Krivosh has done some returning this year. They are back inside the 5-yard line for Hickory.
Stucchio has a good leg. It'd be anxious to see if he tries to kick it in the end zone deep or try some kind of a directional kick.
We're about to find out. He puts the right foot into it, angle to the far side, and Krivosh will field it at the 3 outside the numbers, far side, along the far sideline to the 25 to the 30, to the 35, and finally upended near the 40-yard line. A nice run back for Timmy Krivosh. Hickory coming on the road, and hey, always like to get that good kick return to start the game.
That's for sure. And just like I mentioned before, explosive return. Just what you want to see with the coach. He caught the ball, and he was full speed and took it up the sidelines, and he got a couple good blocks and a good return. And Hickory has good field position to start the game.
Hickory moving right to left from the 39-yard line. Hornets coming to Grove City tonight. Second straight year the teams have played here. New schedule cycle this year. So that's, if you're wondering, hey, we played there last year if you're a Hickory fan. Well, you're here again this year.
Right.
And they played here in 2020 when they had the double round robin schedule. Woods in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, swings it into the left flat. It is caught by Will Hickory. Hickory, along the near hash mark, is bouncing around. He gets out to the 46-yard line. A flag comes in from the line judge on the near side. Right now it's a gain of 7, but penalty pending, and perhaps a hold out on the perimeter.
First play of the game, and already we have a penalty. Nice play by Hickory. Gain of about 7 or 8, but it looks like it's going to be negated by I'm with you. I think it's going to be a holding call.
And it is a block in the back. So either way, it's going to be 10 yards from the spot, and that will wipe out part of the gain. Will still be first down. They'll mark it from the 43. So give Hickory a gain of 4 and then step off 10 yards. So we'll end up being first down and 16 for Hickory from the 33-yard line.
It's the first time I've seen Hickory. I've seen them on film, but first time I've seen them in person, and boy, they have some great speed.
It's a great track program. Keenan Scullin, one of the fastest guys in District 10. He may be the fastest. We have 2 of them. And Trey Resner, who's a District 10 champ in the 400. Keenan in the 100. Maybe we'll have him run 250 at halftime.
If we time, maybe we can break it that way.
That's right. Kennedy in motion. Woods fumbles the snap and then goes back and falls on it back at the 26-yard line. Jacob Arnold and Dylan Ahern made sure that Woods was not able to get anywhere. So a loss on first down and long after the penalty. Now Hickory facing second and long. It will be second down at about 22.
Great kickoff return, good field position, has the ball 40, and now they're facing, second and 26 or whatever, and that's not the way Hickory wanted to get started.
Second and 23 officially after that 7-yard loss. So the penalty and then the mishandled snap, second and long, and the first effect from the weather tonight. Now there's a stoppage on the far side as the head linesman is pointing at Gavin Lutz, the Grove City corner, and he may have to come out for a play. Perhaps some blood on his hand or his jersey. Gavin stopped in the middle of the field. Now he's coming over, and Grove City a little bit banged up in the secondary. Actually, a lot banged up. Joey Hathaway out for the year. Hayden McCready out for the year.
Yeah, lost two starters, and they've been doing a good job. The kids that have stepped in there have done a great job. They've been able to hang in there.
It'll be Peyton York, the sophomore, checking in at corner on the near side. Trey Resner goes to the far side. That's the wider side of the field. The ball is just inside the near hash mark on 2nd and 23. Woods out of the shotgun. Back to pass, throwing the ball deep downfield. And it is going to be knocked away incomplete. Resner knocked it away, intended for the speedy Luke Neville. Neville over 100 yards last week on 5 catches. Hickory went for the big one, but it will be 3rd and long.
Yeah, lots going out of the game, and immediately Hickory tries to take a shot. Great coverage by Resner. He was right there, timed his jump, and made a great play.
2 guys step for step with each other, and now 3rd and long. Lutz back in, as Coach said. He's lined up on the far side, cornerback. Backs on either side of Woods on 3rd and 23. Woods setting up a screen, Rolling right, throws a sidearm delivery to Kennedy. Sean Kennedy gets to the 30 and then is cut down on the far side by Hunter Holman. A modest gain on 3rd and long, and Hickory, after the good kick return, will have to punt it away.
Well, that was a hard tackle, and, you know, I didn't notice you were down on the field, Ryan. Does he have his cast off his hand and arm? Kennedy?
We will check and see. His right forearm and wrist and hand were heavily casted last week. And, yeah, he does. We can see it from here.
Made a nice catch.
He is the up man for the punter, and the punter tonight, that's going to be Ty Holland back to kick. Lucas Jones has also done some punting, but it will be Holland. Head high snap. Holland's kick away. Puts a foot into this one. It's a spinner downfield. It'll hit at the 42, bounce straight up in the air, and then take a little bit of a Hickory roll downfield, and it will be down by the Hornet coverage unit at the 37-yard line. 33 yards on the kick, no return. And Grove City will take over with 9:36 to go in the first quarter. Our first look at the Grove City offense.
Hey, you'd be anxious to see how Grove City comes out. You know, they like to run the football. Everybody, you know, they have some great receivers, but they really want to establish the run, control the line of scrimmage, and, you know, control the tempo of the game. So be anxious to see how they come out against this Hickory defense.
Hickory defense has been one of the best statistically in the area, but yielded over 400 yards last week in the 23-20 loss to Slippery Rock. Hunter Holman in the shotgun, 2 receivers and a wing to the right. And just 2 down linemen for Hickory. They appear as if they've changed up from that 3-3 or 3-4 lineman.
It's like they're in an even front.
And the give is to Anthony Nemec. Nemec squirts over right guard across the 40, out close to the 45. He'll be marked down at the 42 as Ben Walls, the nose tackle, makes the tackle, but a gain of 8 for Anthony Nemec up the gut.
He made a nice run. He's a tough runner. He'll get you positive yards every time.
2nd and 2 at the 45. Balls on the far left hash for Grove City. Just underway. It's the first drive of the night for the Eagles. Hickory had to punt. Holman out of the shotgun. Give to Nemec up the gut again. Runs into Kennedy. Bounces off of him. Surges over the midfield line to the Hickory 47. 8 more for Anthony Nemec.
I think we're going to see some more of that. Why did you change 2 plays? You got a first down, about 15 yards, and I'll just stick with it. Grove City's controlling that front.
Gain of 7 officially to the Hickory 48. Holman brings left in motion from left to right to the wide side of the field. Gets a snap from Ahern. Give to Nemec. Nemec over the right side, crashing forward, and he is hit. Not to a target of 42, but 6 more. Trewick in on the tackle along with Peyton Lawrence. Gain of close to 6 for Anthony Nemec. 3 plays, 3 runs for Nemec.
Be anxious to see if Hickory decides to, change his front. And, keep an eye on the safety and see if they can get him, up in the box and take a shot down the field.
2nd and a long 4. 2 receivers to the right and then 2 to the left as well. Holman in the shotgun. Holman fields a low snap. Give to Nemec. Nemec has running room up the middle to the 35, and he's brought down inside the 40 to 29. Jimmy Krivosh up and run support to make the tackle, but Anthony Nemec with 13 more. And the second first down of the drive. Eagles quickly back to the line.
Trying to get tempo here.
1st and 10, low snap again. Give to Nemec. Nemec hit and spun down at the line of scrimmage. Ty Holland says that's enough. And Nemec, with no gain, perhaps even lost half a yard. It will be 2nd down and a long 10.
Nice play by Holland with Hickory.
Holland, one of the top tacklers for Hickory, one of the top tacklers in the area, really, with him and Kennedy in the middle. That's 2 of the best linebackers you find anywhere in this area.
Nice size, very quick, good speed, and good tackles.
2nd and 11. Holman rolling off under pressure from Lawrence. Throws it down by Greer. Greer cuts back to his right. Greer inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. Hickory to make the tackle. Grove City picks up. It appeared to be a first down, but there's a flag on the far side. Flag is on the field at the 26.
Hunter Holman took a shot after he threw the ball. I don't think he was rolling out to his left and didn't see the defender coming, and he may have. That kid was standing there and got rid of the ball, but he took a shot.
And the shot will, to add insult to injury, if you will, offensive pass interference against Grove City. That's a 15-yard mark off, and it will now be 2nd down and long for Grove City. So wipe out a 13-yard gain. Instead, it's going to be 2nd and 26.
Again, similar to Hickory's drive, Grove City, we got the punt in great field position. Got a couple first downs running the football and first pass, and 15-yard penalty.
Ball's on the near right hash. 2nd and 26 from the Hickory 45. Bowman, 3 receivers to the left. Bowman, a deep drop, sets up a screen, caught by Nemec. Nemec to the 40, Nemec to the 35. Dodges a couple of tacklers before Holland and Kennedy combined to bring him down at about the 31-yard line. Gain of 14, so coach, they got about half the yardage.
Right, and, Nemec made a couple of real nice moves, and the improvement in this offensive line for Grove City is they're seeing tonight. That's just been a work in progress. They've switched kids different positions, and it seems to be paying off tonight.
3rd and 12 at the 31 after the 14-yard gain. Resner wide right. Clayton Martin is a wing to the left, and he would deploy as a receiver. He and Lutz are in the slot to the left. Nathan Greer, the outside receiver. On 3rd and 12, 6:38 to go first quarter. No score, but Grove City on the move. 7th play of the drive. Holman back to pass. Holman will throw it downfield, and it is incomplete. Greer is open, but flying in there to knock it away. Will Hickory at the last minute. Broke up. It would have been, if not a touchdown, certainly 1st and goal.
All right, it was a great play and good pass, but great defensive play by Hickory. Grove City had trips, ran a nice route, and Greer ended up being open there, and Hickory closed in a hurry and broke it up.
So now 4th and 12 at the 31-yard line. Eagles keep the offense out there, certainly in no man's land. 2 receivers to either side. Holman back to pass out of the shotgun. Has time. Gets a 3-man rush. Now being flushed out of the pocket. Holman holds up field, and Holman will be brought down from behind by Holland at the 27-yard line, a gain of 4. But the Grove City drive stalls on downs, and Hickory bent a little bit, but the Hornets come up with a defensive stall.
Well, you mentioned that they have one of the better defenses in the county, and they showed there, like you said, down a little bit, but they're able to stand up and make a stop. And now it's, see what Hickory can do, then get some offense. But
Hornets went backwards on the first down. A penalty on first down, a bad snap on second down, and ended up being a 3-and-out. Hornets have it at the 28-yard line from the near left hash mark. 1st down and 10. Woods in the shotgun. Kennedy with that right arm heavily casted. Holland is a wing to the right. 2 receivers to the right. Woods will roll right. On the move, throwing it downfield, and a catch made by Luke Neville right at the 1st down marker. Brought down by Lutz. It will be close to a 1st down. Gain of 9 officially. Will be 2nd and 1. So Logan Woods, who had a little bit of a rough week last week. Of course, we heard Coach Dungy talk about the hand injury during the game. If your quarterback and your hand's hurting, that's not a good thing.
No, it isn't. And it looks like his hand is recovered, because that was a nice throw. And they are going to get him the 1st down.
10-yard gain to the 38. The first down of the night for the Hornets. Luke Neville, 5 catches, 126 yards last week, and made a nice catch there. Give is to Kennedy. Sean Kennedy stumbles forward across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Bones got a piece of him. Sean Kennedy, who, in spite of that cast, certainly not limited. We saw him make a catch earlier, and there were a nice inside run.
Right. Hands-on for the football. I mean, that's got to be tough with that cast. I'm anxious to see if Hickory will stick with his run. Coach Dungy uses a lot of formations. Last week, they came out in the spread version of what I call a double-tight full house backfield, and we haven't seen that yet tonight. Right now, they're running very similar formation, very similar offense to Grove City.
Man in motion, that's Prevost, and a give on a delay to Kennedy. Sean Kennedy up the middle. Kennedy the 1st down, and a lot more to the 40. Sean Kennedy down to the 36-yard line. Holman hauled him down, but Sean Kennedy took it into gear, picks up 22 yards.
That's the play that has hurt Grove City all year. A little bit of a counter action, and Hickory ran a little counter, faked the jet, and gave it to Kennedy, and boy, nice hole opened up, and he made a nice run.
Kennedy, the leading rusher this year. We are in week 7. Kennedy, 140 yards this year. Hornets have struggled to run the ball, only about 88 yards a game this year, but getting the ground game going here. This time, Woods will keep it. Woods on the left side. Woods has room and more to the 30, the 25. A flag comes in. Logan Woods will take it in. It's close to the pylon, but it looks like the bulk of this run will be wiped out. A gain of 35, but a flag on the perimeter on the near side. 2 flags. But Logan Woods, a nice run, but for Hickory, you think good. That's our season right there.
Yeah, exactly. It happened on the last drive. A penalty wiped out a good drive. Woods did a nice job there. Ball fake to Kennedy and pulled it, and Grove City's defensive end crashed down on the running back, and he was able to get to the perimeter. And you got your defensive backs out there covering receivers, so he had a lot of room to run.
It is a block in the back. It will go from the spot, which is going to be the 25, 26-yard line. It will be first down and in the neighborhood of 10. In fact, it will be first and 10. So gain of 10, penalty of 10 yards. So it remains first and 10 for Hickory. Second flag of the night on the Hornets for 20 yards. First and 10 at the 36. With 4:47 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Prevost slot right, Holland, or to the left, excuse me. Holland motions from wing left across the formation. Movement up front. And looked as if Dylan Ahern may have jumped into the neutral zone, which is an automatic dead ball in high school. And indeed he did. So 5 yards the other way. It will now be first and 5 at the Grove City 31.
I was just going to say earlier in the game that really penalty-wise, both teams have done a good job as far as penalties go during the season, but boy, tonight they both seem to have the penalty bug.
It's now first down and 5. Holland lines as a wing to the right. Prevost goes in motion out of the slot. Give is to Trauer. His first carry of the night. He is hit and cut down for a short loss. Alex Heckwelder, defensive end in there, along with Jack Wolf. Trauer will lose a couple. Go ahead, Coach.
Alex Heckwelder, sophomore, has been playing, getting a lot more playing time last couple of weeks at that defensive end position. He's done a really nice job. Really helped Grove City's defense.
It's also the backup quarterback. You don't see too many defensive linemen wearing 13.
No, you don't.
But Heckwelder making the tackle there. And it's a loss of a yard, bringing up second down and 6. Woods out of the shotgun, rolls right. Now sets his feet, sends it downfield, and it is tipped. Touchdown Hickory. Deflected off of Greer. And the catch made in the end zone by Will Hickory. 32 yards. And for the Hickory Hornets coach, we talked about the pregame, things have to even out. Perhaps there it is.
Ball bounced their way that time. And, Nathan Brewer made a nice play. Broke on the ball and just tipped off his hands. And then, give the Hickory receiver credit. Kept his eyes on the ball and caught it for a touchdown. Reminds me of the, I never bring this up, but the Steelers game last week. There were a lot of tipped passes, interceptions last week. So.
Still a very valid point. The Hickory Hornets on the road like the Jets were last week. They benefit 6-0 with Lucas Jones attempting the extra point. Timmy Prevost to hold. Snap a little bit high. Prevost puts it on the tee. The kicker's up. It's good. Jones makes it 7-0 Hickory. We have 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Coach and I will take a break. Go back and forth from Grove City after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Advantage. The River Blue Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Senior Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
Okay, class. Today we're discussing what does the roof mean to you?
It means that I don't get rain on when I'm inside.
It means I can play my music loud and neighbors can't hear it.
It allows my family to safely shelter in place.
It means that we can be protected from outside germs.
It's where you can dance through the quarantine. To me, the roof means home.
The Penn Roofing and Siding Group can help keep your family safe now more than ever. Go to PennOhioRC.com to start your installation today.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhart's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
So the Hickory Hornets are on the board. 3:37 to go in the first quarter. 6 plays, 72 yards on the drive. Will Hickory, 32-yard touchdown catch. Now Lucas Jones to kick off for Hickory, sends it downfield. And it'll be fielded by Greer back at his 5. Greer working to the near side of the 20. It eludes a tackler. Cuts back to his left, and then is blasted by Luke Neville. Greer knocked down short of the 30, call to 27. That's what Grove City will begin its second drive of the night.
And it wasn't a long return, but it was exciting. Greer was going a couple different. When he gets the ball, he makes things happen. And nice tackle by Neville from Hickory.
3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. 7-0 Hickory with the lead. Greer, of course, the 98-yard kick return last week after Grove City had given up an early touchdown to Greenville. This time, a run back of 22 yards. Greer will go wide left on the wide side of the field. Double wing to the right, Lutz wide right. Hunter Homan in the shotgun. Homan fields a low snap, give it to Nemec. Nemec into the middle of the line, and he'll fight forward for a yard or two. They may even give him a 30 with some forward progress. Not a lot of room in there, but Walls, the nose tackle, brings him down. Gain of 3.
It looks like Hickory is, they've got 7 guys up in the box. You'd think Grove City would, wouldn't go to the air here.
See what the Eagles do, as Coach said, stack in the line. Bring the safety down, too.
Well, they got 9 guys that within a couple yards of the line of scrimmage.
Homan throws it downfield, intercepted. Nash Parada took it away from Lutz. Parada, the cornerback, man-to-man coverage, comes up with the pick. His second interception of the season, and Hickory will take over at its own 46.
Yeah, just a go out to Lutz, and it wasn't a bad pass. The 2 guys going up for it, and it's Parada made a nice play and intercepted it for Hickory. 2 nice plays by Hickory. I guess 2 Hickory receivers, the defensive back and receiver. Great interception.
So a Hickory team that has been on the short end of the turnover battle for a lot of 2022, coming up with the takeaway there, and great field position as well, just shy of midfield.
Grove City's defense needs to stand up here and see if they can get a stop.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Scullin wide left on the short side of the field. And it's Xander Telez in at quarterback now. Motions Akery out of the backfield. And Telez will keep it, throws it far side. It is caught by Akery, who slips and goes down. Resner chunks him down for a loss of a couple on the play. And he talked about all the formations and now a different personnel package.
Right, and nice play by Arnold there. Telez took a heck of a shot there.
Loss of 2 back to the 44. And what goes as a completed pass, it was the trajectory's pretty much parallel to the line of scrimmage. So either way, if you're Hickory, it's 2nd and 12. Telez stays in at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left and a wing to the right. That's Holland. Parada is the wide man to the right. It's Akery slot left. He caught the touchdown pass. Speedy Keenan Scullin matched up with the speedy Trey Resner cornerback on the near side. Kennedy the back. Telez will give it to Sean Kennedy. Kennedy bursts up the middle. Gets a quick 5 to the 49-yard line. Brought down by Homan and DJ Bones. We'll pick up a 5, and Hickory will face 3rd and 7 with under 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
Tell you what, he hits that line hard at full speed. I like the way he runs.
Versus dad, Stan Kennedy, great running back at Farrell, and then at Slippery Rock University in the late 90s.
And I'm sure I'll call him Stan here before the game's over. I know it's Sean.
Well, that would be complimentary from a running back standpoint. He was a good one.
He was a good one.
Telez rolling left. Tries to hit Holland on the near side. Pass incomplete. Holland unable to bring it in. And now 4th down for Hickory. And see what the Hornets do here. 4th and 7. And looks as if the punt team is going to come out. Holland, of course, the punter. He'll stay out there. Grove City, after the turnover, the Eagle defense comes up with a nice stand, forcing a 3 and out.
I needed that. Not to question Coach Dungy, because believe me, I'm sure I was questioned every game, but they had a nice drive, scored, and then you get the ball back and with good field position, you change quarterbacks. They got to stuck with the hot hand.
High snap. Holland makes a one-hand grab. End over end kick, and a fair catch made by Lutz back at his own 22-yard line. 29-yard punt, but if you're Hickory, the most important thing is no return.
Right. Yeah, and in this kind of weather, just making a fair catch. A bit of moisture, it's cold. Anything can happen. So, and especially with Grove City's returners, Lutz and Greer, we definitely don't want them to get the ball in space.
The fair catch at the 22 as the officials come in and respot it at the 22-yard line. 1:23 to go, first quarter. Hickory on top, 7-0. Grove City sends Resner wide right. Clayton Martin slot right. 2 receivers to the left as well. Hunter Homan in the shotgun. And it's a quarterback drop. Homan into the middle of the line. Gets his legs taken out from underneath him. As coming through to make that tackle, that's Logan Woods, who was a starter at linebacker as a sophomore. Hasn't played much defense the last couple of years, but out there on defense and making a very nice play.
He made a great play right there. I was looking to see who it was. Great read and came right in, made a nice stop. Hunter's not easy to bring down.
On 2nd and 8, the give is to Nemec. Nemec bouncing outside. Dom Garzarelli, who gets his first carry of the night. He's ridden out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Garzarelli a little bit different back than Nemec in terms of skill set.
Right, he's a little bit more of what we used to call scat back. He's a little shifty and likes to get hit it up in there and then bounce it out to the outside.
He picks up 4. Grove City facing 3rd and 4. It's a long 4, almost 5, with 34 seconds to go first quarter. Now movement up front, and it appears that Hickory jumped into the neutral zone, and that should give Grove City a first down.
And against it, it looked like he just, fell out of his stance, got into his stance, and just kind of tipped over, and they aren't going to give Grove City a first down.
Of course, in high school football, and people watch Saturdays or Sundays, guys jump, they get back. In high school, once you break that plane, it's a dead ball.
It's dead ball.
So
I have seen it not gone dead, and that can cause problems.
1st and 10, Homan fields a low snap, trying to run around right end, runs into Kennedy, Hickory there to bring him down. Also Trowick, the linebacker coming up to bring down Hunter Homan, who picks up about 3 on what may be the final play of the quarter. So down to 15 seconds to go. Grove City facing 2nd and 7. Eagles back to the line. They do not have to run a play, but they may. 6 seconds to go. 3 receivers left. Homan in the shotgun. And 1 second. And buzzer goes off, and that is the end of the first quarter. The Hickory Hornets, a good start on the road tonight, leading here at Grove City 7-0. Coach Bell and I will come back with the second quarter after this. Hickory 7, Grove City 0. You're listening to high school football on Sports Radio 96.7.
Community future.
Radicamos en California, el negocio va subiendo. Yo solo compro las plantas y en mi casa la ando haciendo. La goma que yo le saco a coca voy convirtiendo. Por la Vermont y la Florence y también en la Pacific, a mí me miran paseando y mis hermanos me siguen. Vamos a ver unas plebes porque el negocio requiere.
In the black jerseys, black pants, old gold numbers and letters outlined in white. Hickory, white tops, black pants, red numbers and letters, red trim, black helmets for the Hornets. 2nd and 7, Grove City. Hunter Homan in the shotgun with Garzarelli to his left. 3 receivers left. Homan, quarterback draw, trying to get around the left side. He's hemmed in, able to get outside, gets upfield to the 40, then is knocked out of bounds by Kennedy here on the near sideline. But Hunter Homan looked like he was going to be perhaps cut off, but able to get outside and picks up close to 8.
He does a nice job with the design run, and I think Grove City's taking advantage. Hickory runs a lot of man-to-man, and Hunter went back, looked like he was going to pass, pulled it down, and ran to the trip side, and he had 3 receivers out there blocking the defensive backs. Nice game.
Gains 8, first down at the 44. Give to Garzarelli. Garzarelli over right tackle and cuts back over right guard. Logan Woods wraps him up. You see Walls, the nose tackle, along with Ethan Hamley in at defensive end. Hickory rotates 5 or 6 guys up front. And pickup of a couple for Dom Garzarelli. Garzarelli missed some time earlier in the season, but Eagles glad to have him back to spell Nemec.
He does a nice job. Dom's a hard worker and runs hard.
2nd and 6. Homan will give it to Garzarelli off the left side. Has a little bit more room. Cut down as he gets over the midfield line. Coming up to bring him down is Telez, one of the strong safeties in that 5-man secondary. But Garzarelli takes the ball into Hickory territory. Gain of close to 6. It will be 3rd down and a long 2 for the Eagles.
Nice job by Grove City's liner, and then nice opened up a nice hole, and Garzarelli hit it. Good game.
Eagles back to the line quickly from the near left hash. Give it to Garzarelli, and he has drilled. Ty Holland came through unblocked and hits Garzarelli for a loss of 3.
That's another hit. Like you said, he's one of the tackles, and he knows how to tackle. And luckily, Garzarelli hung on to the ball there. That's a better hit.
If you're a Grove City fan, you're thinking that's you don't want your back taking a hit like that and then to hang on, especially in weather like this. But even on a dry day, a hit like that from Holland would rattle you.
This is, this first night we really had some weather, cold weather and some rain, and both teams are doing a good job of taking care of the football.
Hunter Homan to punt. Here comes the rush from Neville. Kick as a spinner hits the 25, bounces up in the air to the Hickory 20, and then takes a left turn. And Clayton Martin will down it at the 21-yard line of Hickory. So a punt, 30 yards, no return. Hickory takes over 10 minutes. 14 seconds to go in the first half. Hornets leading here at Grove City, 7-0 in Region 3 action. Both of these teams Class 3A. Grove City has wins over the other two 3A teams. Hickory has lost to the other two 3A teams. So in terms of playoffs and just region standings, Hornets an uphill climb, but a good start tonight on the road.
They're playing well. Coach Dungy's prepared them. They've done a nice job so far, but, it's early in the football game.
And it will be Telez staying in at quarterback. He quarterbacked the last drive. We saw Woods out there defensively. And Keenan Scullin in the backfield, and now he will motion out to the near side as a flanker. Telez sends Acree in motion the other way. Swing it to Acree in the left flat. Acree looking for running room. He has some room. Out to the 25. And then he is hit and driven back by the Grove City defense. See bones in the neighborhood.
Could have been a flag.
And now here comes the flag, but was it for the hit or the commentary from the Hickory side on the afterwards?
Well, it was a little bit late. I mean, if we were going to throw it, they probably should have thrown it. But after the Hickory sideline got a little agitated, the flag came out. Maybe you couldn't find it.
Or sometimes they keep them in there tight and make sure it doesn't fall out. And like golly, it wasn't coming out. Right now, the ball's at the 26-27. It'll be a gain of close to 6 on the completion from Telez to Will Acree. Long meeting on the far side near the 20-yard line. While we have a minute, I want to say hello to Hickory AD Madeline Hoffman, who is listening tonight. She and her husband, Colton, who's going to be inducted into the West Middlesex Hall of Fame tomorrow night. They're attending the homecoming festivities tonight down there. So congrats to Colton, and we're great to hear from Madeline. They're tuned in tonight at the homecoming game.
Big game.
Yeah, Farrell Sharpsville playing at West Middlesex. Right. And now the flag has been waved off. So after all that, it's a gain of 6 for Hickory.
Maybe the flag came out.
Maybe. After a lot of pulling, it maybe popped out. But either way,
I think that's the best call. I mean, it really wasn't anything blatant. It looked like the Hickory sidelines got excited. The flag came out late, so I'm glad they picked that up.
A gain of 6. And Telez stays in at quarterback. Luke Neville wide right. Acree slot right on the wide side of the field. Acree will now motion towards the formation. Telez, turn, keeps it. Trying to get around left end. Telez has some room. Xander Telez to the 35. Hurdles a man and is knocked out of bounds near the 35. So Telez on the keeper picks up about 8. First down Hickory, the 4th first down of the night for the Hornets.
I mean, look at his his build. He's a tall kid. He's slender, but he showed right there. He has some quicks. He has some speed, and Hickory has a lot of speed at the position. You mentioned their track team, and boy, the team speed is. I've been impressed tonight.
Telez looks like a guy to be a very good long or triple jumper. His long legs, those long strides. 1st and 10 at the 35. It's a shovel forward in motion. It's Acree trying to get around the right side, Acree upfield to the 40, and he is brought down at the 46, a gain of 11. Greer and Lutz combine on the tackle, but Will Acree, who's really emerged in recent weeks for the Hornets, able to pick up 11 on the shovel pass. And now Acree a little bit slow to get up. So he'll have to check out for a play. Will Acree picks up 11.
Nice run, man, by Will.
So the Hickory quarterbacks tonight, Woods 4 of 5 for 50 yards, Telez 3 of 4 for 15 yards. Woods with a touchdown pass. That's the only score of the game. It went to Hickory back in the first quarter. With 9:40 to go in the first half, Hickory leads 7-0.
And we mentioned that, Hickory, the rushing has not been their forte, but tonight they're doing a nice job.
Telez will give it to Kennedy into the middle of the line. Kennedy stacked up after a short gain. Gang tackled by the Grove City defense. Jacob Arnold in there. Dylan Ahern. They combine on the stop. Marcello Trezona also in there. Officially, it's going to be no gain, bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Hornets on the 46-yard line.
Nice play by the Grove City defense. Like you said, it was a team stop right there, and then that's what you need on defense. Get as many guys as you can to the football.
You mentioned how the Grove City offensive line has progressed. The line was a question for Hickory coming into the season, but so far tonight, this Hornet front five has done a very nice job.
They have. I've been impressed with both offenses, both offensive lines.
Holland wing right. Telez, play action, now throws it, and incomplete as it hit Timmy Krivosh in the hands. Perhaps he heard footsteps from Holman over the middle. It will now be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, a little slant, and he was open, and, as they say, hit him in a bad place, I guess.
And now 3rd and 10 for Hickory. Hornets tonight are 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Both teams are 0 for 2 tonight. We've not had a 3rd down conversion. This one will not be easy. 3rd and 10 for Hickory from the 46. Hornets will operate from the near right hash mark. Nash Parada will be wide left. Hornets don't seem to be in any real hurry right now. Now they will get themselves aligned.
And we don't. Unfortunately, we don't have 25-second clocks here at Grove City, but they're definitely going to push the limit. The referee has his hand up.
Telez gives it to Kennedy on a draw. Kennedy dragging the tackle forward for a couple of yards as Bones and Garzarelli in there for the tackle. Kennedy will pick up a couple, but 4th down, and Hickory will punt away the football with 8.5 minutes to go first half.
Big stop by Grove City. They needed that right there.
Ty Holland to punt. This will be Holland's 3rd kick of the night. He's averaged 31 yards on his first 2 kicks. And Grove City will send Gavin Lutz deep. He's back inside his own 20-yard line. Holland awaiting the snap. Again, Kennedy's the up back. 4th and 8. High snap. Holland fields it. No rush. Kick is away. Spinner near side. Hits the 30 to the 25. It rolls to the 15. And it will roll out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Ty Holland with a great directional punt. Grove City will be pinned deep in its own end with 7:54 to go in the first half. It'll be marked out at the 12. A kick of 40 yards.
And it wasn't a thing of beauty, but it sure did the job. It was an ugly punt, but great directional kick, as you said. And Grove City's got it deep in their own territory. Here you can't have a mistake. Wonder if Nemec is back in or Garzarelli.
We will see who the Eagles deploy here on 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, moving right to left. And it is Nemec back in the game at running back.
I don't know if I didn't see that he was injured, so
perhaps just a change of pace to get him a little bit of a breather. He's a two-way starter. He's in the backfield next to Homan. 2 receivers and a wing right. Homan rolls right. Homan on the run, throws it downfield. And a sliding grab made near the 15 as Trey Resner comes back and makes the gain. A short pickup on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and looks like they'll give him about 4 out to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, nice rollout, and unfortunately, Resner had to go to the ground to catch that. He might have had somewhere we heard it.
Resner's 3rd catch of the season, 2nd and 6. Holman keeps it this time, and he'll lose a yard, runs right into the teeth of the defense. Holland in there again, among others. I think you can call Ty Holland on just about every tackle for Hickory.
Well, that's for sure. He's a tackling machine, and Grove City started out, able to run the ball. And the last couple of drives, though, Hickory's done a great job. They made some adjustments, and they've got Grove City shut down running wise.
3rd and 7 from the 15. Eagles looking for their first 3rd down conversion tonight. Homan back to pass. He will throw it downfield. Nobody home except the Hickory defender. It's Neville who picks it off at the 37. Luke Neville downfield to about the 26-yard line. The 2nd interception of the night. And looked like Neville was fielding a punt.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was a miscommunication or whatever, but definitely no one from Grove City in the area. I don't know if the receiver got checked or got shoved out of bounds. I don't know what happened.
But the Eagles turn it over for the 2nd time, the 2nd interception of the night, as Luke Neville comes up with the interception. And then a 10-yard run back as well to the 27. Hickory has it with 6:52 to go in the first half, leading 7-0, and really on the outer fringe of Lucas Jones' field goal range. And a night like this, if you can make it a 2-score game, it just seems like the 10 points could seem like about 40.
That's for sure. You never know. This is. He said Hickory's made some adjustments. They've stiffened up defensively. Oh,
snap bobbled by Woods, who's back in at quarterback. He's able to hand it off to Kennedy, and Kennedy will absorb a loss of about a yard on the play. So we see Jacob Arnold in there, among others for Grove City. Bones, Terzona, all in there. Loss of a yard for Kennedy.
The Hornets dodged the bullet there. That ball, was on the ground, and luckily Kennedy was able to pick it up. Loss of yardage, but they, maintained possession of the ball.
2nd and 11 at the 28. Neville, who had the interception moments ago, wide right. Holland is a wing to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Woods in the shotgun. Woods back to pass. Throws it downfield for Holland. Makes the catch to 10. Holland brought down inside the 5. Down to the 4-yard line. Pickup of 24. It will be 1st and goal for the Hornets. And for the first time tonight, Coach, we have a team in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville.
A nice play by Hickory. Great route. And Woods put the ball right on the receiver. Great catch. And, he looks good. I think I'd leave him in there for a while.
Holland making the catch, his 6th catch of the year. He caught the game-tying touchdown pass last week in the 4th quarter from Telez. That time a 24-yard strike from Woods. Woods backs on either side of him, and then a back behind him as well in the pistol. They give us the 3rd man. It's Will Hickory, and Hickory into the end zone. Touchdown, Hickory. Hickory, a touchdown catch, and now a touchdown run, and the Hickory Hornets turn the interception into points. 13-0 Hickory.
Well, that was that was the formation that I was talking about earlier. It reminded me of the old straight T formation, 4 guys in the backfield, and they opened up a nice hole and into the end zone. Grove City's in for a ball game, but I tell you what, I never count them out. Coach Mary will get something going here, and I think like I said, at the beginning of the game, I thought we were in for a great game tonight, and I think we're going to see one.
If you're a Hickory fan, you've loved what you've seen so far tonight. Hornets in a must-win situation, and before the extra point can be attempted, timeout Hickory. Hornets will take a timeout. We'll take it with them as well. A 30-second break. Will come back with a conversion. It's 13-0 Hickory here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Okay, class. Today, we're discussing what does a roof mean to you?
It means that I don't get rain on when I'm inside.
It means I can play my music loud and the neighbors can't hear it. It allows my family to safely shelter in a place.
It means that we can be protected from outside germs.
It's where we can dance through the quarantine. For me, it means home.
The Pin on Hire Roofing and Siding Group can help keep your family safe now more than ever. Go to pinonhirerc.com to start your installation today.
This second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
So timeout Hickory. The Hornets did not have the right personnel out there for the extra point. We've seen a lot over the years. Extra points, always good. They loom big.
Well, I wish I had a nickel for every time we take an extra point. We only had 10 guys out there. Kids get excited and score a touchdown. They forget they're on the extra point team. So not a good place to use a timeout, but you need to.
Krivosh to hold. Snap a little bit high. Krivosh puts it down. The kick is up, and it is good. Jones is 2 for 2. The Hickory Hornets have a 2-touchdown lead. 14-0. 5:41 to go in the first half. We'll come back with the kickoff after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
By the Hawaiian coconut tree Niu at select grocery stores, restaurants, or at NiuVitals.com.
It's always summer with Niu.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Proud sponsors of the sub of the game and play of the game.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Hickory to kick off. 14-0 Hornets with the lead here at Grove City. The 76th all-time meeting between these teams.
This would be a great time for Grove City to get a nice return here. They need something to get a spark to get them going, and this would be a great spot.
Kick from Jones, downfield, fielded on the hop of the 9-yard line. With it is Trey Resner, upfield to 25. To 30, there's a flag behind the play. Resner slams into the kicker, Jones. They bounce off of each other. And then finally, Hamley there to make the tackle. Resner, a big run back. And now Jones, the kicker, slow to get up. That was a big hit. It was a flag back at the 26-yard line of Grove City. That may wipe out the bulk of the return.
Yeah, Trey, a nice hole, and Trey Resner hit at full speed, and give Hickory's kicker credit. Jones, he stepped right up in there, but I think he took the brunt of that hit.
Officials talk over the penalty. Right now, the ball placed at the 41, but penalty about to be enforced, and the Grove City offense and the Hickory defense are drifting off towards our right, back in the direction of the goal line. Perhaps were there multiple fouls?
It's quite a discussion.
It is a face mask against Hickory, so the players were wrong and the play-by-play guy was wrong, so it's going to be 5 yards added on to the end of the run. So apparently somebody got a hand up into the headgear of returner Resner, and Eagles not only have a very good return, an even better return with the 5-yard penalty added.
It's strange, though, where the penalty flag was thrown. And normally you see the face mask where the returner was tackled. That's what's confusing.
5:32 to go. And Grove City has it at the 46-yard line. And Homan out of an empty set will keep it, goes over the left side. Homan to the midfield line, lowers the shoulder, and he'll pick up about 4. Neville in on the stop. Also there for Hickory, it's going to be Holland in there on the stop. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. As they look to counterpunch, Hickory has come to Forker Field and popped the Eagles in the mouth, 14-0. Empty set again, 3 receivers to the right on the wide side of the field, 2 to the left. Lutz in motion left to right. Handoff faked by Homan. Homan bounces off a lineman, breaks a tackle, and dives forward to about the 47-yard line. Trewick and Holland combined on the tackle. Homan able to squirm forward to the Hickory 47. 3rd and 3 upcoming for Grove City. As we're under 5 minutes to go in the half.
Give Grove City credit. They're sticking with the run here and no panicking.
3rd and 3, double wing to the right. Give to Nemec. Nemec up the middle, into the line. The pile moves forward across the 45 to about the 44, and will be enough for the first down. The first 3rd down conversion of the night for either team. Anthony Nemec nets 3. It will be first down for the Eagles at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, plenty of time. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half, and Grove City's got a nice drive going here, and looks like they're going to stick with the run.
2 receivers to the left, wing right is Clayton Martin. Give to Nemec. Nemec into the line. Nemec will get a couple to the 42-yard line into the teeth of the defense. Runs into Peyton Lawrence, one of the defensive ends up front. That 3-man Hickory line. Nemec gets progress to the 41. It will be 2nd and a long 7.
What makes this offense work is Hunter Homan's ability to run or pass the ball. And, you never know when he's going to pull it and take off.
2nd and 7. Martin in motion right to left. Now back to the right option. Homan, late pitch. It's on the turf. Nemec goes back and falls on it. Holland was right there for Hickory. It will be loss of about 5 on the play. And the Eagles will have 3rd and long after the fumbled option pitch.
The Hickory defender was right in Homan's face, had to pitch it quick, thought about just tucking it, and at the last second, pitched it. Fortunately for Grove City, Nemec was able to recover.
Probably would have been better suited just to eat that one.
That's for sure.
The loss back to the 47. 3rd and 13. Homan out of the shotgun. Homan under pressure. Homan hits, he throws, gets to Nemec on a screen. Nemec is going to be brought down by Holland. There's a flag in the backfield. They may get Peyton Lawrence for a horse collar as he hauled down Homan from behind up by the shoulder pads.
You know, I don't care what game you're watching, TV, college game. That's one of the, I think, the fan favorite, the horse collar. Everybody wants the horse collar as soon as somebody, gets near a jersey or something. But that was definitely, I believe it is.
It will be a 15-yard penalty, and they'll step it off from the end of the play, which went to the Hickory 43. It's the gain of 4, but 15 on the penalty gives Grove City a first down. The drive will continue. 1st and 10, a new set of downs at the Hickory 28-yard line. And Peyton Lawrence just a guy trying to make a play.
Right. You can't fault just being aggressive.
Ball at the 28-yard line. First down, Grove City. Homan, quarterback drop. Homan will get a yard or two, but Sean Kennedy there along with Lawrence, Holland, Damar Trowick there as well. Gain of 1 for Homan.
They've tried to run that several times tonight. I think if Hunter would just be a little bit more patient and let the defense, drop a little bit more to their pass coverage, something could open up.
2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line. Lutz in motion from left to right. Fake the handoff. Homan will keep it. Homan is hit, spun down at the 25, keeps the legs going. Homan took a big hit at the end of the play from nose tackle Ben Walls. Prevosh up and run support also.
You've watched Grove City football for almost as many years as I have. Have you seen a tougher quarterback than this Homan kid? I mean, I know there's been some in the past, and I don't want to make anybody mad. But he is a tough quarterback.
He is double-barrel tough. Great wrestler as well.
Right.
You and your family know something about wrestling, don't you?
I'll tell you what, we always like those wrestling.
Homan a state qualifier last year, but only qualified for a short gain there. It's 3rd and 7 at the 25. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Long count from Homan. Greer and Lutz wide left on the short side of the field. Martin slot right inside of Trey Resner. Nemec to the right of Homan. 3rd and 7. Homan back the pass. Homan throws it downfield. Caught on the near sideline by Greer on a comeback at the 15-yard line. A pickup of 10. And the Eagles convert on 3rd down.
Nice catch by Nathan Greer. Thought I kept his feet in bounds and then fell out of bounds.
Greer's first catch of the night. Give him 11 to the 14. Grove City into the McCandless Ford red zone. Handoff Anthony Nemec into the line across the 10. Down to about the 9.
Well, there's where Grove City's quick tempo that got them a few extra yards. Hickory really wasn't ready. They weren't lined up, and a nice run by Nemec.
Picks up 4 to the 10. 2nd and 6. 1:22 to go in the half. Eagles still have all 3 timeouts. Hickory on top 14-0. Grove City looking to cut into that lead before halftime. Nemec, quick pitch to Nemec. Or Homan, quick pitch to Nemec over the left side. Picks down the option. Touchdown Grove City. 10-yard run for Anthony Nemec, and the Eagles are on the board. An 11-play, 54-yard touchdown drive.
You got to give Coach Monroe credit. That was the exact play. They almost fumbled and lost the football, and comes back to it and scores a touchdown on the option.
14-6 with Jacob Stucchio on to attempt the extra point. Stucchio is 14 of 18 this year on extra points.
We got the mist coming in, the Niagara Falls mist coming in here at Tilton Field, so it'll make it for an interesting second half, I'm sure.
Certainly will. At least with the 7 o'clock starts, we might not get the fog like the old days, the 8 o'clock starts.
I was just thinking about that. We might be too fog.
Stucchio's kick is up. It is good, and Grove City has cut the lead to 14-7. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go first half. Hickory's lead is now 7, 14-7. The Grove City kickoff comes up after this quick break on Sports Radio 96.7.
You can steal. It's the same something. Some confusion, so yes, listen.
But the most refreshing one
It's a very particular movie.
Hornets water since 1908. Here's spring water that will be delivered to your office at home for free online at HornetsWater.com. Hornets water, and taste matters.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cashmere Associates, where they have the talent and only the talent in mind.
And we're back here at Forker Field along with Jeff Bell, Ryan Briggs here tonight. Art Shannon back in the studio. Special thanks to the Grove City Boosters, John Medved, and everybody there. Hope you're enjoying this one as the rain picks up here and the action picking up. Grove City makes it 14-7. 11 play, 54-yard drive. It used 4 minutes and 20 seconds. A nice answer for Grove City to recapture some momentum from a Hickory team that has played very well tonight.
It's been an excellent game. It's back and forth, and the momentum has gone from one team to the other several times, and this is what high school football is about. It's a great game for the fans to watch, and looking forward to the rest of this one.
76th all-time meeting. Hickory leading the series 41-31-3.
The Grove City needs this one,
Yeah, they got to cut into that gap a little bit.
Right.
Stukio on the run-up. Sends it downfield. It'll be fielded back at the 3-yard line by Krivosh. Krivosh working to the near side, gets to the 20, and he will drag a man forward. Bodie Stevenson going for a ride. Pushed out of bounds near the 22-23-yard line, and Hickory will have it with 1:04 to go in the half. Hickory 2 timeouts, and certainly a big play offense. And, Coach, one of the things, too, Hickory elected to receive at the beginning of the game, so Grove City would get the ball to start the third quarter. Interesting to see how Hickory plays us here.
And that's for sure. And I'm anxious to see. I'm trying to talk. I'm anxious to see who the quarterback's going to be.
1:04 to go in the half. So that's a possibility they run both of them out there. Telez has played some receiver as well in the season, and it's going to be Xander Telez at quarterback, at least for this first play. Ball's on the near right hash mark at the 23-yard line. Holland is a wing to the left. Scullin and Akery will be stacked to the left as receivers. Neville wide right on the short side of the field. Telez will roll left. Telez on the run. Throws it downfield. It's caught by Holland. A juggling catch. Holland upfield to the 35 and knocked out of bounds. Past the first down marker. Holland, one nice gain on first down, picks up about 15. And a new set of downs for the Hornets. 56 seconds to go in the half.
It looked like Hickory was going to be conservative and run it. They had a real tight formation, and they rolled out and flooded the zone on that side of the field, the Hickory side of the field, and a nice throw and catch and a first down.
And the clock stops as well on the out-of-bounds play. Pick up a 14 to the 37. Same formation, but flip to the right now on the wide side of the field. Telez will give it to Trowick on a draw. He is going to be cut down in the open field. Dom Garzarelli, the outside linebacker, stayed home, and Hickory will take a timeout. We'll take the timeout also with 46 seconds to go in the half. Hickory leading 14-7. Hornets will have second down when we come back on Sports Radio 96.7.
It's a bank. At Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, we're here when you need us most. Do you have a new job? Are you new to adulting? Or do you just want a better checking account? At Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you're more than just a number. And for a limited time, receive a $50 gas card when you open a new checking account. See all the details at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA and is an equal housing lender.
The second quarter is brought to you by Hickory Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Welcome back to Grove City's Forker Field. Ryan Briggs, Jeff Bell with you. 46 seconds to go in the half here on Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF Mercer Hermitage, a Cumulus media station. High school football tonight, Hickory and Grove City. Two programs that have had a lot of success over the last quarter century or so. And battling tonight, Hickory with the lead and the ball, 2nd and 8 at the Hornet 39, moving left to right. And now it's going to be 2nd and 3 as Grove City lines up in the neutral zone. So coming out of the timeout, Hornets get a quick 5, third flag of the night on Grove City for 25 yards.
Well, you don't need that. Don't need to help. They're gaining yardage without the clock running, so that's not a good thing. It's like scoring in basketball without the clock running. I don't want that happening here.
2nd and 3, back to pass to Les. Throwing it downfield, looking for Neville, overshot him, incomplete. Neville had a step on the safety Greer. The corner fell down on the far side. Pass incomplete will now be 3rd and 3 with 41 seconds to go in the half, and Hornets went for a bundle there.
Well, I guess they're answering the questions. They're not going to be conservative. And, that's good. I give Coach Dunn credit. You're not going to win a football game by, sitting on the ball. They know Grove City's going to score, and they're going to need every point they can get, so they're trying to get some points here before the half.
3rd and 3. Receivers bunched to the right. It's a quick pitch to Kennedy, trying to get around the right side. Student body right. Kennedy cuts back to his left, and he will fight forward for a yard, maybe 2 to the 46, short of the lead marker. And now the officials signal to stop the clock, and has somebody taken timeout? And now they'll wind the clock. A tough spot here. If Hickory takes a timeout and doesn't get it, give the ball to Grove City. If Grove City takes a timeout and Hickory gets the first down, I think both teams may be content to go to the locker room here. We'll see. Down to 16 seconds to go. It is 4th down and a yard for Hickory from the 46. Down to 9 seconds to go in the half. 6 seconds, 5, and Telez back to pass. Telez throwing it downfield, and it's caught by Nash Parada. He's cut down at the 30 as time expires. A pickup of 24 in the final play of the half, and the Hornets will go to the locker room leading 14-7.
They wasted a lot of time, and that was a great play, and they maybe would have got a chance at a field goal, but took a little bit too much time making up their mind. But looked like the similar play that they ran on their touchdown drive, Hickory's first touchdown drive, running the receiver down the seam.
14-7, Hickory with the lead. Coach and I will come back with the first half recap. We'll have scoring, we'll have stats, and we'll have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update. 14-7, Hickory with the lead at Grove City. Back with our halftime festivities here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Community, where you can receive help with daily living. Consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities. It doesn't take a degree in finance to see the cost of college continues to rise. Generally, the majority of families rely on a combination of scholarships, grants, financial aid, part-time jobs, and parent grandparent support to help pay the cost. If your child is approaching college age, a good first step is estimating the potential cost. Call Dave Cashmore or Tim Cashmore to help you decide which strategy can work for you at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Financial Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC, is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
Thanks for coming in. How can we help you?
I'm just having a hard time. I don't know what you can do. No one understands.
Just coming here is a great step. Now that you're here, let's figure out what your next step will be. We'll work on it together.
Community Counseling Center of Mercer County is care for adults, children, and families. Our mission is to help individuals and families live healthy and fulfilling lives. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County at 724-171-7149 or cccr.org. What can I say?
Bringing you one of the September 2022 Mercer County Team of the Month. Vance is proud to announce that Grove City Boys Cross Country are the October Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Coach Michael Sample and his outstanding Grove City Cross Country team as they are the September Vase Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. For more information, go to vasepubandgrill.com. The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
And welcome back to Grove City Spoker Field along with Jeff Bell. I'm Brian Briggs. We have Art Shana back in the studio producing our game. And the Hickory Hornets on the road tonight, leading at Grove City 14-7. Coach, before we get to the scoring summary and some numbers, your first half thoughts.
I think it's been a well-played game. I think each team has benefited by crucial penalty on their touchdown drives. I think that's but also a couple of drives, were snuffed out by penalties. So, not a lot of penalties, but crucial penalties in certain situations. The momentum looked like Hickory had a little bit of momentum in the first half, and then Grove City gets the ball with the last 4 or 5 minutes here in the half and makes a nice drive and scores. And they'll be getting the football when they come out in the second half. So 14-7, and this looks like we're in for a great game. It's a great second half.
A typical Grove City Hickory game.
Correct. And surprised by the way both teams have been able to run the ball. Coming in, both teams like to run the ball, want to run the ball, but more success tonight, I think, than they've had, during the season.
The two teams, Hickory was number 12 in the county, number 12 teams, so you can tell you where they are. And Grove City's 11th in rushing yardage per game.
There you go. I didn't know that.
But they're both looking to improve upon those numbers, and we'll get you those numbers here in a minute. But first, the scoring summary. Hickory took a 7-0 lead at 3:37 of the first quarter. Will Akery, 32-yard touchdown catch from Logan Woods. Came off a deflection. The safety, Nathan Greer, got a hand on it, but it ended up in the hands of Will Akery at the goal line. He took it in for a touchdown. Extra point by Lucas Jones made it 7-0. The touchdown drive was 6 plays, 72 yards. It used 2:41. And then Hickory extended the lead to 14-0 after a Luke Neville interception in Grove City territory. 3 plays later, Will Akery this time runs it into the end zone. A 4-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Jones capped the 3-play, 27-yard drive, and it was 14-0 Hickory. However, Grove City, a nice kick return by Trey Resner. A face mask penalty added 5 more yards onto it. Eagles took over at the 46. And 11 plays later, Anthony Nemec scored on a 10-yard run on an option play with 1:12 to go in the half. Jacob Stukio's extra point made it 14-7. The drive was 11 plays, 54 yards, and it used 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Looking at some team numbers, Hickory, 50 rushing yards, 127 passing yards, 177 yards on 27 plays. The Hornets have averaged 6.5 yards per play tonight. They have 8 first downs. Grove City, 84 rushing yards on 24 attempts, 33 passing yards. So 117 yards, 31 plays for Grove City, an average of 3.8 yards per play. Grove City also with 8 first downs. Passing for Hickory, the individual numbers, Xander Telez, 6 of 9 for 77 yards. Logan Woods, 4 of 5 for 50 yards and a touchdown. Sean Kennedy, 7 carries, 34 yards. Telez, an 8-yard run. Will Akery, a 4-yard run. Woods ran it twice for 3 yards. And Damar Trowick ran twice for a yard. Akery, 5 catches, 51 yards. Ty Holland at 2 receptions for 38. Nash Parada, a 24-yard catch. Luke Neville, a 10-yard catch. Sean Kennedy, a 4-yard reception. On the Grove City side, Hunter Homan, 4 of 7, 33 yards, with the big number 2 interceptions thrown tonight by Homan. Anthony Nemec, 10 carries, 56 yards. Homan, 10 carries for 19. Dom Garzarelli ran 4 times in the second quarter for 9 yards. Nemec, 2 catches for 18 yards. Nathan Greer, an 11-yard catch. Trey Resner with a 4-yard reception. Other numbers of note, Coach alluded to the penalties. Hickory, 5 flags for 45 yards. Grove City, 3 penalties, 25 yards. Time of possession, Grove City, a slight edge, 12:37 to 11:23. Eagles are 2 of 6 on third down. Hickory, 0 for 4 on third down, but 1 for 1 on 4th down. Your halftime score, Hickory 14, Grove City 7. When Coach and I come back, we'll take a look at the Mercer County and District 10 scoreboard with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update. More halftime from Forker Field after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
For 5 years, tree branches all pounding it. And the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Take your pick of the batch with O'Neill Coffee's signature fall drinks. Pumpkin is the cream of the crop with our cozy creme brulee, fall fantasy, and harvest moon flavors. Top any of them with our all-new pumpkin cold foam for an extra kick. Check out O'Neill Coffee's new line of amazing travel mugs, hoodies, and beanie hats to keep you toasty as the weather cools down. Located at 14 Fair Street in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in selling vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration. There is no other roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103. Or look for Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
And we're back here at Grove City's Forker Field, 14-7, Hickory leading. I'm Ryan Briggs along with Jeff Bell back in the studio. Art Shannon producing tonight's game. Don't forget, after the game, we'll have the O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. And then it's Aaron Biro and Darren Steele with the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show until 11 o'clock. We are halfway home tonight. As we said, Hickory has the lead 14-7 here at Grove City. It's time to catch you up on the scores from around District 10 in Mercer County with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, located in the Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville, open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. The game on 790 WPIC, Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg with the call. Another big one in Region 3 at West Middlesex tonight. Homecoming at West Middlesex. Sharpsville, of course, the co-op with West Middlesex hosting Farrell there. And at the half, Farrell a 20-7 lead. I know we saw Farrell here in Week 3 against Grove City. Sharpsville, a very good team, but it's going to take a heck of an effort to beat that Farrell squad.
I agree with you there, Ryan. They have athletes all over the field. They have the size, they have speed, skill positions. I watched them in the Ursuline game. What a game! I mean, both teams had great athletes. It was a great football game, and that was the team that beat Farrell. But I said that night that it's going to take a pretty good team in Pennsylvania in their class to beat them.
In 2A, and of course, even now, the kicking game for Farrell. Lamont Samuels kicked a field goal last week.
I couldn't believe that.
It was always kind of a little bit of a running joke about them, but they won the state title a few years ago in a field goal, and then Samuels, who does a little bit of everything for Coach Vagisa's squad. And right now tonight, Farrell leading 20-7 over Sharpsville at West Middlesex. Other scores. And these are kind of going to be in a bit of a haphazard order, admittedly, but we'll jump around here. A non-league game, Wilmington hosting General McLean tonight. The Lancers, they've won 5 in a row. They're a 3A team that Grove City or Hickory could see in the playoffs, and right now McLean leading at Wilmington 7-0. Last update we had was Sharon leading at Slippery Rock just down the road 7-6. The Sharon Tigers, they've been a hot and cold team this year. When they're hot, they are hot, and they're off to a good start tonight down at Slippery Rock against a good Slippery Rock team.
Yeah, Slippery Rock, you never know, what you're going to get from Slippery Rock. They play. It seems like they haven't been able to put a complete game together.
Correct,
They've had
yes.
some great quarters where they just look dominant, and then some other quarters where not so dominant, and that'll be an interesting game.
Some other updates from around District 10. There's look around here. Big game in the between two of the biggest schools. McDowell playing Meadville. 6A McDowell playing 5A Meadville. 4A Meadville. Meadville's 4A. 28-12 McDowell. That's the last update we had there. But Meadville, they're a team that could make a lot of noise in 4A. Tonight taking on McDowell, of course, a huge school like that. But Coach Collins, they have it going in Meadville.
I've watched them. I've seen a couple of their games this year. I saw them play Butler, and they have a real nice team. But McDowell, a big school. I applaud them for going up and playing them. But how good's Erie Prep? Because Erie Prep put it on McDowell last week.
They certainly did, and Prep putting it on Cleveland Benedictine tonight, who's always a power as well. 27-0 Ramblers with the lead. A lot of non-league games up in the northern part of District 10. Seneca leading Franklin 29-0. The Bobcats having a very nice season. Franklin's season has been a struggle. A couple of 3A teams playing tonight. Harbor Creek and Fort LaBeouf. Fort LaBeouf 5-1 coming in, but it's Harbor Creek leading 17-0. Harbor Creek, whom Hickory defeated in the opener 14-10. The Huskies putting together a good first half tonight against Fort LaBeouf. Titusville and Maplewood, battle of battle of Route 27 maybe up there. Titusville leading 14-6. We gave you the Farrell score 20-7 over Sharpsville at halftime. Reynolds Cochranton, that game off. Cochranton forfeiting tonight due to they've had an injury-racked roster. So Reynolds essentially an open date tonight. Let's see what else we have here. Eisenhower undefeated in 1A, a team that Reynolds certainly could see down the road, leading Sagertown early in the second quarter 20-6. Warren leading Mercyhurst 6-0. Fairview and Girard, longtime rivals there. They're separated by just a few miles in western Erie County. 7-6 Fairview with the lead. Tomorrow night here on Sports Radio 96.7, Chris Birch and I will have high school action. We will be in Mercer. Mustangs will host Kennedy Catholic in a 1A battle. Mercer, 4-2. Kennedy, a very dangerous team coming to town. We'll be on right at about 7 o'clock with kickoff. We have Pitt, Virginia Tech at 3:30. So whenever Pitt, Virginia Tech wraps up, we will go live Mercer and Kennedy. But the Mustangs putting together a very nice year this year, Coach.
They are. Coach Lockhart is doing a nice job up there at Mercer. It's a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and I'm glad to see him having success. And he's really got Mercer headed in the right direction.
That was a team. They lost a ton of seniors from last year, but their roster size is up. 4-2, a chance to get to 5-2. But Kennedy, no easy out, especially with Samir Wade, the dangerous dual threat quarterback, and the Kennedy. They've added some guys to their roster as well. Golden Eagles don't be deceived by that record at all.
No, they're a team. They have athletes, and they put it together. And I'd like to see them succeed. Kennedy's been on the verge the last few years of whether or not the program is going to continue. I'd like to see them succeed and build that program. At one time that was a heck of a program.
They were very strong in the 70s and 80s, certainly, when Dick Angle was coach, and then in the 90s with Joel Jarosky running there when John Turco was coach. And well into the 2000s, Mike Donato had some great teams there, and then they fell off. But Coach John Ray and his staff, they're working, and they're putting in the time, and the progress is there. It's maybe not necessarily showing up in the one-loss column. They do have that very nice win at Cochranton a couple of weeks ago, and that's the one time that Kennedy faced a Wing T team this year was Cochranton. Did very well that night, so they'll see it tomorrow night against the Mercer Mustangs. But that'll be 7 o'clock kickoff here on Sports Radio 96.7 tomorrow night. Our halftime score, Hickory 14, Grove City 7. Hickory will kick off to start the third quarter. We will take a 1-minute break and come back with the second half from Grove City's Forker Field here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Reminds you, if you think you have COVID, take a self-test immediately as soon as you have symptoms. If you test positive, call your doctor right away to discuss treatment options and availability. Time matters. Treatment with antiviral medications must begin within 5 days of symptom onset. Don't delay. Don't second guess. If you think you have COVID, take a home test. Free tests are available. Call 724-977-3231.
Join the Mercer County State Bank as they celebrate their 5th year anniversary of their Hermitage branch on Friday, October 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. Meet their staff, enjoy Rita's Italian Ice, free caricatures, Golden Corral cotton candy. Sign up for prizes as Mercer County State Bank celebrates their 5th year anniversary at their Hermitage branch. Friday, October 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. Mercer County State Bank since 1911, North Hermitage Road, Hermitage, PA. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1950.
Welcome back to Grove City's Forker Field. The 50-50 winner announced, and she donated it back to them, which, that wouldn't happen if we won it, Coach.
That's for sure.
But 14-7, Hickory with the lead here. Coach, what is something that you'll be keeping an eye on for each team here in this third quarter?
Just thinking, going up at halftime, making some adjustments. I thought Hickory made a good adjustment after the first quarter to shut Grove City's running game down a little bit. And I think Grove City, I think they're going to need to throw the ball a little bit more. Hickory's been doing a nice job mixing it up. I think they need to continue what they've been doing, but I look for Grove City to open things up a little bit here in the second half. They're going to get the ball here to start the second half. If they can get a drive here and tie it up, as they say, new ball game, and see how things go. But I'm really looking forward to the second half, see what kind of adjustments coaches have made, and turnovers. Hopefully, it's been a well played game, and I don't. No one likes to see turnovers, but you get in the second half in a close ball game, you're bound to see the ball get on the turf here a couple times.
It was on the turf a couple times for each team. There were no lost fumbles, but Grove City intercepted twice in the first half by Hickory, as Neville had an interception as well as Nash Parada. They each had interceptions tonight for Hickory in the first half. Hornets will kick off. Hickory will go left to right in the third quarter. White jerseys for the Hornets, red numbers and letters outlined in black. Black pants, black helmets for the Hornets. Grove City at home, black tops, black pants, old gold numbers and letters outlined in white. Black and old gold trim for the Eagles, along with the black headgear. Light mist continues to fall. Not really a hard precipitation, but I think it would be classified as a nuisance.
That's for sure. I mean, I'm sure both coaches are thinking about it. Even some of the players, and sometimes though it helps you to focus a little bit more, and you do a better job taking care of the football. A short kick.
Kick by Lucas Jones, fielded on a run-up at the 32-yard line, and the up man for Grove City is brought down by Neville and Hamley. That's Lucas McCready making the run back out to the 36. Lucas, one of two McCready boys on the team. Hayden McCready, the senior, sidelined with a knee injury a couple weeks ago. A big loss, in many ways, offense, defense, special teams.
Right.
Eagles have had to adjust without him, but young McCready with a modest run back to the 36.
And see what Grove City comes out here. It looks like they're normal. They're empty.
Two receivers to either side along with the wing. Lutz will motion now into the backfield. Homan has Lutz to the left, and the give is to Gavin Lutz. Lutz trying to get around the right side, trying to outrun the pursuit. Turns the corner, but will only get a couple as...
A lot of running for, a yard, that's for sure.
He came from the near side all the way to the far side, ran about 45 yards, and will be credited with a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, as Krivosh came down to bring him down. Gain of 1 for Lutz on the jet sweep, brings up 2nd and 9. Lutz, his first carry of the night, and for Lutz, his 2nd carry of the year, and he's 1 yard. He motions into the backfield, now motions out. Homan to the left, but before the play can develop, flag thrown by the umpire, and perhaps Grove City moved before the snap.
A lot of things going on that play, and I don't think you're going to surprise anyone by trying to get you motion Lutz into the backfield. I think teams will be looking for him to run the ball, but they could have something off of it, and who knows. But Hickory, again, they showed their defensive team speed, running him down over there on the sideline.
2nd and 14, now back at the 32. 2 receivers and a wing. That's Nemec to the right. 2 men to the left. Lutz motions from slot left across the formation. Homan fakes the handoff. Homan will throw it downfield, and it is intercepted by Krivosh at midfield. Timmy Krivosh to the 40 to the 35, coming back to the near side. Looking for some blocking, weaving back to his left, and he's going to be stacked up and finally brought down by Grove City near the 32-yard line. The third takeaway of the night for the Hickory defense. It's Timmy Krivosh with the interception.
It's one of those things, I think, he locked on the receiver, and I don't think he ever saw the defender. Krivosh made a nice job undercutting that route and picked it off and made a nice run back. Grove City really needs to step up here and keep them out of the end zone here.
Hickory came in -2 in turnovers this year. They're in the black now. +1 for the season, +3 on the night. The third different player to record an interception, and Hickory will start in Grove City territory, and it's Xander Telez at quarterback. He'll have Neville wide right, Akery slot right, Scullin wide left. Holland is an up back. Telez quarterback draw. Xander Telez off the left side. There's a little stutter step and then is cut down at the 29-yard line by Garzarelli. Telez will pick up 3.
That's the second tackle that Garzarelli's made. Real nice tackle, low, short tackle. And he's done a nice job over there protecting that perimeter.
One quick update to our lock, stock, and barrel halftime updates. Now in the third quarter, of course, but Lakeview leading Cambridge Springs 21-7 at the half. Matchup of teams that are both 4-2 this season. Sailors.
They're having a nice season.
Yeah, they're tied for first in Region 1 with Reynolds. 2nd and 7 here for Hickory at the Grove City 29. Telez fakes the handoff. Rolling right. Telez breaks a tackle in the backfield. Telez upfield finally knocked to the turf by Bones Bones knocks down Telez, I should say, but a gain of 8 for the 6'3 sophomore Xander Telez. First down Hickory to the 21.
And it was a nice tackle, but he actually knocked him forward for about three more yards.
DJ Bones, his late uncle, Eugene Miller, was a fine player at Grove City in the mid-90s.
I had the opportunity to coach him his senior year, and went to IUP, and was a great linebacker down there.
He wore 54, just like DJ. Low snap, fielded by Telez. On the run, throws it downfield, incomplete to avoid the sack. Jacob Arnold was in pursuit. Grove City sideline is lobbying for grounding, but he was outside the free blocking zone, which is a new rule this year in high school football. And it looks as if there was a receiver close enough, and will be 2nd down and 10.
Ryan, I don't know this. Do they have to get the ball to the line of scrimmage? When they break the tackle box, like they do in the pros, does the ball have to get to the line of scrimmage?
I would have to double check on it. That one was close. The line of scrimmage at 21. I think it was one of those things that was close enough that they let it go.
Right.
2nd down. Last year would have been a flat. It's a low snap through Telez's legs. He picks it up now, rolling up. He's in trouble. Sets his feet, throwing the ball downfield. It's a jump ball, incomplete, intended for Holland, who was certainly in the area there. Garzarelli with the coverage. It's now 3rd and 10, so a couple of bad snaps on consecutive plays.
That doesn't help him, John. But giving Telez credit, was able to keep his wits about him and get rid of the football and avoid the loss, and didn't turn the ball over. So he saved Hickory twice there.
From here would be about a 38, 39-yard field goal, which is in Lucas Jones's range, but it's a cooler night and the weather is, not great for kicking.
I wouldn't want my foot hitting that, but that's for sure. It's definitely not a great night for kickers.
Holland in the slot to the left on 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Telez throwing downfield, looking for Parada, who goes up and he makes the catch near the pylon. Is he in? No indication yet. Yes, touchdown Hickory. Xander Telez, 21 yards to Nash Parada. A flag comes flying in at the end of the play, but Hickory will turn the turnover into points. It's 20-7.
Looked like he ran it out and up, and it was a perfectly thrown ball and a great catch. There was good coverage by Grove City, but just a great play by Hickory. As we said, a lot of athletes out there tonight, and it was an athletic play, and Hickory looks like a 15-yard penalty, and I think, unfortunately, I think it's going to be against Grove City.
Yep. Grove City. You wonder if somebody said something after the play. Hickory. It's good fortune for Hickory. Either way, the touchdown on the board, and now a long discussion. Certainly sort out a lot of things. Was it a post-possess or a dead ball foul? It will be assessed on the kickoff. We'll see. The official will come over and tell us. Unsportsmanlike on Hickory.
Ooh.
So the kickoff will be 15 yards further back. The touchdown will stand, but it'll be a 15-yard mark-off on the kickoff. So apparently one of the Hickory guys was...
Yeah, must have celebrated, took his helmet off.
Yeah,
something.
There's something in the middle of the field, well away from where the catch was made. The extra point will be attempted from the regular spot with Jones kicking out of Krivash's hold. Krivash's interception set up this drive.
I'm 0 for 2 in penalties here tonight, so I think I'll just stay out of the refereeing game.
Snap a little high. Krivash puts it on the tee. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
He does have a strong leg. He probably could take it from 30, 35.
But the Hornets want him kicking for 1 and not 3, and he just does that. 21-7, Hickory with the lead. We'll come back with the kickoff after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Use we've combined with just the right amount of tire and seasonings. You don't need anything else except a book and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100. The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
The Hickory Hornets have turned consecutive takeaways into touchdowns. 21-7, the lead for the Hornets. The 21-yard touchdown pass from Xander Telez to Nash Parada. Now the kickoff will come from the 25 after the unsportsmanlike penalty is marked off against the Hornets. So Grove City should come out of this with good field position, but the Hickory Hornets, the defense coming up big, the interceptions, and then, most importantly, Coach Bell, the offense cashing in.
Right. No. Like you said, when you get a turnover, your defense worked hard. It's nice to reward them with putting some points on the board.
Lucas Jones will kick off from the 25. Ball is teed up in the middle of the field. A run-up. Kick sent downfield and fielded at the 23-yard line by Greer. Greer to the 35, cuts back to his left, has an opening. Greer at midfield. Greer to the Hickory 40. Greer to the 30. Greer to the 20. To the 10. 5. Touchdown, Grove City. Nathan Greer, 77 yards. And there's an answer by the Grove City Eagles.
That's what Grove City needed. And, well, that great comeback and some great blocking. I don't think he was touched. He made some nice moves and great speed, but I don't think Hickory got a hand on the jersey on that play.
He would not have been down in two-hand touch, certainly. And Greer, second straight week, he returns a kickoff for a touchdown. Went 98 yards last week, 77 there. And Grove City making the Hickory penalty pay.
Yeah, that's for sure. And, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the game, if it was me, I wouldn't kick either one of these two teams. Grove City made him pay there. A nice win back by Greer.
And now Jacob Stucchio to attempt the extra point. Business picking up here at Forker Field. Snap, good. Homan puts it on the tee. The kick is up. Stucchio makes it 21-14. 9:59 to go, third quarter. Grove City back within 7. We'll have the Eagles kickoff after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Signature fall drinks. It's the cream of the crop with our cozy creme brulee, fall fantasy, and harvest moon flavors. Tap any of them with our all-new pumpkin cold foam for an extra kick. Check out O'Neill Coffee's new line of amazing travel mugs, hoodies, and beanie hats to keep you toasty as the weather cools down. Located at 14 Fair Street in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The good
news is the incidence of breast cancer is lower among African American women. The bad news is the mortality rate is higher. I don't know about you, but I'm not taking any chances.
Early detection is key to surviving breast cancer. Are you taking chances? Schedule a mammogram today.
You're invited to the UPMC Horizon Community Mammogram Screening Event on Saturday, October 8th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the UPMC Specialty Care Center in Hermitage. UPMC will be offering free mammograms. Call 724-983-8864. Walk-ins are welcome.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 19...
And we are back here at Forker Field. Grove City back within 7. Nathan Greer, 77-yard kickoff return. Now Hickory will look to answer with the dangerous Timmy Krivosh and Will Hickory deep to receive Stukio's kick. Hickory a 62-yard punt return for a touchdown last week. Krivosh with an interception and nice return just a little bit ago to set up Hickory's touchdown.
Yeah, Hickory came out the second half kickoff and kicked that short, pooch kick and, covered it well. And then that time decided to kick the ball deep.
Stukio on the run-up angles this to the far side. Krivosh will field it at the 13. Krivosh working to the near side of the right hash mark. He has running room. Into the open, Krivosh knocked down by Bones. Another 4. Timmy Krivosh across the 35-yard line. Timmy Krivosh, a good run back. Hickory will have good field position to begin this drive, taking over at the 38-yard line with 9:53 to go in the third quarter.
And, again, Grove City decided to kick it deep, and boy, your heart goes into your throat every time one of these return guys touch the ball.
So I think just kind of really just part wide open for Krivosh, and Bones able to knock him to the turf, but run back up close to 30 yards. Hickory has it at the 38-yard line. Moving left to right here. The light mist continues to fall here tonight in Grove City. Across the way, one of the Hickory coaches talking to the officials. It's not Bill Dungy. We can identify a coach over there. He has those bright red shoes on over there. Looks like if he clicks his heels, he'll end up in Kansas. I'm not sure what's the brightest apparel in Mercer County. It's either Coach Dungy's shoes or the fluorescent hat that Wilmington coach Brandon Fillion wears on the sideline when he's signaling in plays.
Right, and then the gloves.
He's ready for deer season. The orange hat is
dual purpose.
It is archery season, so
the way they call it is, if you're going to buy something like that, you want to be able to use it.
That's right, multi-purpose, more bang for your buck. We're getting plenty of bang for our buck tonight here. Telez out of the pistol will give it to the third man through. Will Hickory. Hickory over the right side, cuts back to his left, and Hickory brought down at about the 48-yard line. Bones and Garciarelli bring him down, but Will Hickory having himself a nice night. Touchdown catch, touchdown run on the first half, and he'll pick up 10 on that carry. And the Hornets pick up their 11th first down of the night.
Boy, nice run by Hickory. Just kind of, maneuvering in and out, and picks up a quick 10 yards for Hickory.
He came in with 7 carries for 16 yards all year, but 2 carries tonight for 14 yards. He's the deep back. Telez out of the pistol will give it to him, and that time, not much room at all. Nemec in there amongst others. We'll see Dylan Ahern also. Hickory will get back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The city defense is fired up now. Yeah.
Hickory stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10, just short of midfield. 21-14, Hickory with the lead. Hornets come in at 2-4 overall. They've dropped 4 in a row. 0-4 in league play. Looking to keep right now what would be fairly slim playoff hopes alive, but a win tonight certainly would revive those. Hornets still have league games left with Greenville, and of course a rivalry game with Sharpsville on the 21st to close out the regular season. Holland will motion out of the pistol set. Telez rolling left, quarterback sweep. Telez over the midfield line and then driven back. Ball came out at the end of the play, but the official right there to mark down Sander Telez. Picks up 2, goes from 149 to the other. It will be 3rd down for Hickory, 3rd and 8, just past midfield.
I think Grove City's made an adjustment, and they figured that out when they send that H-back in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it. It's like a quarterback power, quarterback sweep, whatever you want to call it. And Grove City defense did a great job there stopping it.
Hickory 1 of 5 on 3rd down tonight. This will be 3rd and 8. 8:05 to go Keep an eye on Keenan Scullin. He's been banged up in recent weeks, according to Coach Dungy. He does not have a catch tonight. He'll be deployed wide left. Hornets come to the line of scrimmage. Back judge counting down time. Tellez gets a snap, bobbles it, and then whistles timeout Hickory. There was not much going right for the Hornets there, so the Hornets will call a timeout.
That's a good use of a timeout right there because nothing good was going to happen. I don't think on that play, right?
Some guys were on page 1, some guys were on page 2.
Right.
And thus the Hornets will take a timeout. That will leave them with 2 left. It is 3rd and 8 at the Grove City 49. 21-14 Hickory with the lead. We'll keep it right here. And remind you that coming up tomorrow morning here on Sports Radio 96.7 Coach's Corner with George Abraham and Albert Campman. They'll be on from 9 until 11. They'll be discussing all things college, pro sports, high school. It's a very fun 2 hours. Make sure you tune in for that. And then Pitt Panther football tomorrow afternoon. Kickoff at Acroshore Stadium against Virginia Tech. 3:30. Panthers look to bounce back from a tough loss to Georgia Tech.
And the Rambling Wreck.
Wreck came to town and wrecked the Panthers.
They sure did. I think that was. I think that was the second or third biggest upset in the ACC, and I think in history. They were favored by.
It was a sizable line, yes.
Not that I know anything about that.
No, you read about it. They print them in the paper in a little tiny print.
Well, I listen to George and
That's right. Yeah, they've been known to put some lunch money on a game or two.
That's for sure.
3rd and 8 for Hickory at the Grove City 49. 3 receivers left. Sander Tellez out of the shotgun, rolling left. Throws off his back foot downfield. Caught by Parada. Nash Parada, a leaping grab inside the Grove City 30. Behind the defense, Hickory converts on 3rd and 8. A pickup of 22 yards. Tellez to Parada.
It looks like Hickory is, running a receiver deep and driving the corner off, and then running another receiver right up and just past the outside linebacker, and he's wide open.
First down at the Grove City 27-yard line. Clock stops with 7:41 to go in the 3rd. Scullin wide left. Parada slot left. Holland is a wing to the right. Luke Neville goes wide to the right. Tellez in the shotgun. And movement up front. And Grove City jumped into the neutral zone. So the 5th flag of the night on Grove City will make it 1st and 5 for Hickory.
It's another one of those drives where, penalties. But, give Hickory credit. And I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with the Tellez kid. It was last week, you would maybe know more than I. It was last week the first time he played quarterback this
First
year?
extended, and he had a little bit of, mop-up duty against Franklin in week 2. But that was his first significant action. He'll keep it on a quarterback draw on 1st and 5, runs into Nathan Boyd, the inside linebacker, and then Boyd hangs on, and a couple of teammates will join him to bring down Sander Tellez right at the 20-yard line. Gain of 2 for Tellez. 5th carry of the night for 23 yards for Tellez. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Actually call it 2nd and 4. So mark him down at the 21 after a 1-yard pickup.
I knew the coach was using him. It looked more like a running quarterback, but I'm really impressed with his passing tonight. He's done a really good job. And he's made some big plays for Hickory, and he's got a good drive going right here.
6th play of the drive. Pistol setbacks on either side of Tellez. This time they hand up to Sean Kennedy around the left side. Kennedy cut down from behind. Anthony Nemec calls down Kennedy for a short loss, and Hickory will again have a 3rd down upcoming.
Nice play by Nemec, shot the gap, and was able to tackle Kennedy for a loss.
Kennedy's not an easy back to bring down.
No. A great read by Anthony Nemec.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 6. Hornets converted on 3rd and 8 a few moments ago. This is 3rd and 6 at the Grove City 23. 21-14, Hickory leads. Hornets on the move, moving left to right. Scullin wide left. Neville wide right. Akery will line up in the slot to the right. Backs on either side of Tellez in the shotgun. He has Kennedy to the right. Ty Holland to the left. Snap. The give. Fake. Tellez rolls right. Finds Holland in the right flat. Holland to the 15 is upended at about the 13-yard line. And he'll have enough for the 1st down. The Hornets with their 2nd 3rd down conversion on the drive.
Nice play by Hickory. Rolled out and just a quick out. And those are sometimes the hardest passes to complete. And both the receiver and the quarterback did a nice job on that completion.
Tellez now 9 of 14 for 130 yards and a touchdown tonight.
Wow.
Hornets tonight, 253 offensive yards, more than doubling up Grove City, which has 118. 1st and 10 at the 13. Tellez will throw it downfield, and it is caught a back shoulder catch near the goal line by Scullin. They'll mark him down just short. It'll be 1st and goal from inside the 1. Keenan Scullin, his first catch of the night. It gives Hickory 1st and goal at the 1. The Hornets, of course, are in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville.
You know, you can't blame the Grove City defender. He had great position, and just like you said, the ball was thrown on his back shoulder. It was a slant. Normally, you know, you try to lead him and get it out in front of him, and that ball was Stone made a nice adjustment and a great catch.
1st and goal at the 1. The pistol to give is to Kennedy. He is hit. Tellez trying to push him forward, but he's outnumbered. The Grove City defense charging through. Homan, Bones, Garzarelli, among others in there. Kennedy will lose a couple on the play. It will be 2nd and goal now back at the 3-yard line.
Great play by Grove City's defense. Way to come up big when you need to. That's a big stand right here.
Hickory is in field goal range. I mean, obviously, go to go with Woods in a 7-point game. Field goal makes it a 2-possession game, but Hornets want to make it a 2-touchdown game. Scullin will line up wide to the right. Tellez in the shotgun. And now everybody will shift to the left in terms of the eligible receivers. 3 men bunched to the left. Tellez bobbles the snap, now rolling right. Tellez on the run. He is hit and he'll be sacked by Jacob Arnold back at the 17-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal, a huge loss for the Hornets.
That's one of those times I think we're outsmarted yourself there. Hickory, a lot of shifting, getting guys in position late. I think they were worried about the play clock and they hurried it and ended up Grove City made a great play in defense.
Arnold with the sack, his 5th of the season. He, of course, was our O'Neill Coffee player of the game in the season opener at Avonworth. Scored a defensive touchdown that night. 3rd and goal now at the 17 for Hickory. Holland and Neville wide to the right. Scullin slot left. Back to pass Tellez. Throwing the ball downfield into the end zone. It is knocked away. Incomplete. Intended for Parada in the back of the end zone. It will be 4th down and goal for Hickory at the 17.
Well, that was close. Great play by both sides. Receiver could have caught the ball. Grove City defender did a nice job knocking it away. Looks like we are going to get a field goal attempt.
Tellez put it in a pretty good spot, too.
Have you had a field goal in any of your games that you've done this year?
Yeah, last week, the Hickory fans will remember Slippery Rock's Nick Kingerski kicking a go-ahead field goal a minute ago. Sore spot for our Hickory listeners out there, but now Woods will come on to kick a field goal. He has not made a field goal this year, but 4 or 5 last year. Free ball will hold. This will be a 34-yard kick just inside the right hash. Snap was good. Kick down, or T onto the hold down. Kick up, and it is good. 34 yards for Lucas Jones. Hornets had 1st and goal at the 1. They don't get 6, but they get 3. And the lead is 10, 24-14 with 3:34 to go in the 3rd. We'll come back with the Hickory kickoff after this. 24-14. Hickory leads on Sports Radio 96.7.
Where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
Paradise and free tropical flavors inspired by the Hawaiian coconut tree. New at some grocery stores, restaurants, or at neoboxalls.com.
It's always summer with me.
The 3rd quarter is brought to you by Waters Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Hickory's lead is 10, 24-14. Lucas Jones, a 34-yard field goal. Now he will back-to-back first downs for the Eagles. They have 10 first downs tonight. 1st and 10 at the Hickory 46.
And again, this offensive line, I mean, it seems like the game, it's, one series of the game, Hickory's offensive line And now Grove City's offensive line seems to be opening some holes.
Lutz motions across the formation, then comes back to the left. Give the Nemec. Nemec dodges the man in the backfield. Nemec upfield, brought down by Holland inside the 40. Krivosh also up there to the 38. Goes Nemec, a gain of 8. That time for Anthony Nemec. Nemec now 13 carries for a game-high 88 yards.
He made a nice cut there. He started, to the right, put his foot in the ground, and came back to the left.
Back to pass, Holman out of the shotgun pump. He's in trouble being pursued, and he is going to be sacked back at the 42-yard line, as it will be Kennedy, and also checking in there for Hickory, getting a piece of him. Where'd the rest go? As in there for Hickory. Kennedy finished him off. Initial contact was made by Zach Lanchak, senior defensive lineman. Lanchak getting a piece of Holman. Loss of 4 on the sack. It will be 3rd down and 6 back at the 42-yard line. Holman, quick opener to Nemec. Nemec drives forward. Lanchak drags him down at the 37. It will be 4th and 1 for the Eagles upcoming.
I think that in their last play, they wanted to take a deep shot to Greer, but good coverage by Hickory and had to pull it down.
A 4th and a long yard for the Eagles. Martin is a wing to the right, 2 receivers up. Quick snap, give the Nemec. Nemec into the line, has the first down on a little bit more inside the 35 to the 33-yard line where Ty Holland brings him down, but Nemec converts on 4th and short. Eagles keep the drive going with a minute and a half to go in the 3rd.
He's running hard. He wants the ball, and the line's doing their job. It's a good drive for Grove City.
This will be the 7th play of the drive. Started back at the Grove City 30. 24-14, Hickory leading. Grove City looking to answer. Holman in the shotgun. Quarterback lead play follows Holman upfield, and he is hit, and their flags will come in. Looks like a face mask and probably a 15-yarder. Logan Woods made the tackle, but the initial contact got Holman up high. It'll be 15 yards, and Grove City will get a first down.
This looks like another one of those drives that getting helped by a penalty. Grove City's being very patient, sticking with the run.
7th flag of the night on Hickory for 75 yards. With no gain on the run, but the penalty will move the ball inside the 20 to the Hickory 18. Grove City back into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. 1st and 10 now at the 18-yard line for Grove City as we come up on the 1-minute mark. Greer wide left. Lutz slot right. Hickory confusion defensively. There's a flag on that. 12 guys out there. Holman takes a shot towards the end zone. Greer goes up and cannot hang on. It is incomplete. But Hickory appears as if it's going to be flagged for illegal substitution.
A great effort by Greer. That was very close to being a touchdown.
Good coverage downfield, too, by Neville, who was all over him.
I'm not sure what's the yardage on any illegal substitution.
It's a substitution infraction, and it's going to be, I believe, 5. Umpire stepping it off, and it is a 5-yard penalty. A substitution. One of the Hickory guys came on and then ran off, but he slipped. They could have got him for that, or 12 in the field. It could have been a couple of different penalties, but it's 1st and 5 now at the 13. Ball is just inside the near left hash mark. 55 seconds to go in the 3rd. Greer and Lutz wide left on the short side of the field. Holman gets the shotgun snap. Give to Nemec, and that time Nemec will not get a whole lot at all. As Logan Woods, the initial hit from his linebacker post. Peyton Lawrence also comes up to make the tackle. Nemec gets a yard to the 12. 2nd and 4 with 34 seconds on a rolling clock in the 3rd quarter. Martin motions now from right to left. He's a wing to the left. Option, Holman will keep it. Holman heads upfield, and Holland hauls him down at the 8.
That's the play they scored on earlier. Grove City, their touchdown before the end of the first half.
And it appears it will be a first down for Grove City. Yeah, they needed 4. They get 4. Head linesman tells the chain gang, well, let's see. Is it a first down or not? Yeah. Well, yes, it is. They dropped the chain. So 1st and goal at the 8. With 10 seconds to go in the 3rd, Grove City, will the Eagles get off another play or not? Let's see. Down to 5 seconds. Holman in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Give to Nimick, winding over the right side. Nimick to the 5, and he'll be brought down there on the final play of the third quarter. The Hickory Hornets looking for their first Region 3 win of the season. They have a 24-14 lead here at Grove City. The Eagles are knocking on the door, however. We'll come back with the fourth quarter from Forker Field after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Most people have good intentions about saving for retirement, but few know when they should start and how much they should save.
Second and goal at the Hickory 5 to start the fourth. Eagles go left to right. Black tops, black pants, old gold numbers and letters outlined in white. Hickory, white jerseys, red numbers and letters outlined in black. Black pants with the red trim. 24-14, Hickory leading Grove City. A chance to cut into that lead. Ryan Briggs, Jeff Bell with you tonight here at Forker Field. Hunter Homan out of the shotgun, a long count. Ball just outside the 5. Second and goal. Homan, quick option pitch. It's knocked loose. Scramble for it. Who has it? Hickory says it has the football. Peyton Lawrence comes up with it. And the Hickory defense comes up with a huge stand. The fourth takeaway of the night for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's a play. It's been good. It's been bad. And they put it on the ground. They scored a touchdown off it and had some nice games at that time. Nice play by the Hickory defender hitting Holman ready, just getting ready to pitch it.
Peyton Lawrence comes up with the recovery, and Hickory will have it 11:54 to go. Leading by 10, 24-14. Hornets will have it going right to left, coming out from their own goal line. So after the Grove City defense came up with a stand, holding Hickory to a field goal, the Hickory defense one-ups them, forcing a turnover in the McCandless Ford red zone. And it is Xander Tellez staying in at quarterback. First and 10 at the 10 for Hickory. And the give is fake to Kennedy. Tellez keeps it, trying to get around the left side. He is strung out, but he will get a couple of yards before being hauled down at the 13-yard line by free safety Nathan Greer.
Nice play by Greer. He came up hard and had a nice tackle. Kept it to a short gain.
Gain of 3 on the play to the 13. Second down and 7 with 11 and a half minutes to go. 24-14, Hickory with the lead. Don't forget, after the game, O'Neill Coffee, player of the game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, play of the game. Ty Holland will deploy wide left. Kennedy is the back in the backfield with Tellez. 3 receivers to the right on the wide side of the field. Tellez gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling right. On the move, throws incomplete. Hit as he threw by Jacob Arnold. Pass incomplete. May have been setting up a screen, but there was no time at all.
No, I'll tell you what, he was in there. Tellez was lucky to get the ball off. That's one of those plays where, you get hit the wrong way and the ball goes straight up in the air and the defensive lineman gets an interception.
He was very close to the goal line as well.
That's for sure.
It's now 3rd and 7 at the 13. Hornets have to get to the 20, actually just about a few inches past the 20 for the first down. 3rd and 7. Hornets are 3 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. 3 of 4 here in the second half.
The Hornets had a heck of a game. Let's make some plays.
Tellez in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left on the short side of the field. Now Hickory motions from slot left to the wide side of the field. Tellez rolling right. Tellez on the move. Throwing it downfield. Incomplete over everybody's head. Nearest man to it was the free safety, Nathan Greer. And Hickory will be forced to punt away the football. With a couple of incomplete passes, not a lot of time used up, only 58 seconds.
Right, and Grove City's defense did the job, getting the ball back with the offense.
Ty Holland to punt, and a couple of snaps have been high. Holland is tall, so they haven't been over his head, but with a wet field, and this is never automatic.
Well, you know what? He was lucky he overthrew it, because I think if he would have thrown it on target, that could have been picked off. So he threw it over the top of everyone.
Gavin Lutz at the 40 of Hickory awaiting Holland's kick. He's standing in his end zone. Snap, head high, and the kick is away. It's an end-over-end line drive. Lutz fields it at the 39. Lutz to the 35. Long snapper Ethan Hamley downfield to bring him down. Grove City will have good field position, taking over at the 36. With 10:49 to go in the fourth quarter, Hickory leading 24-14 here tonight at Grove City, looking to knock off the Eagles and pick up win number 1 in league play.
Big drive here for Grove City. They need to, they need 2 scores, and right here, they need to put some points on the board. They've used a heavy dose of Nemec here the last couple of drives, and let's see if they continue to do that.
Nemec 17 carries, 101 yards tonight, and one of the 2 Grove City touchdowns, the only offensive touchdown of the night. He's in the backfield next to Homan in the shotgun on 1st and 10 at the 36. Homan a deep drop. Homan throwing the ball far side and incomplete. Luke Neville, the cornerback, the nearest man to it, and it did not look like receiver and quarterback were on the same page.
Well, I'm surprised at Neville. It looked almost like he could have intercepted, and he just kind of stood there and let the ball go over his head.
You wonder if he perhaps didn't get a good read on it or lost it in the lights or something. Or
that corner has always been a little bit dark over there, so that could be what happened.
2nd and 10. Homan out of the gun. Give to Nemec. Nemec off the right side. Nemec to the 30. Nemec to the 25. Knocked out of bounds on the near side by Logan Woods. Anthony Nemec picks up a first down. Nemec down to about the 25-yard line. We'll see where he is marked officially, but it will be enough for the first down. Give him 10 to the 26. First down, Eagles. Grove City's 14th first down of the night. Each team with 14 first downs.
I think Grove City's starting to roll this Hickory front down a little.
Low snap. Homan picks it up. Give to Nemec. Nemec to his left, glides back to his right. He's down inside the 20 to the 18. Prevost will bring him down. Nemec winding his way downfield to the 17, a gain of 9, and Grove City back into the McCandless Ford red zone. The Eagles were there moments ago before fumbling. Homan in the gun. Give to Nemec again. Nemec to the 15. The pile moves forward across the 15 to the 14. Ty Holland jumped on his back and brought him down. Gain of a couple. And Eagles get a new set of downs now at the 14. We have 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Nathan Boyd checks in for Grove City as an extra H-back. He and Martin are both H-backs behind the respective tackles. Low snap, give to Nemec. Nemec into the middle of the line. Nose tackle Walls hit him almost immediately. Nemec falls forward. Prevost again up and run support. Woods on the bottom of the pile. Peyton Lawrence also there for Hickory. Pickup of 2 to the 12. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Grove City at the 12. And there's a Hickory man down, seated on the far side. I'm going to see who it is, but he is down and in some discomfort with 9:33 to go in the fourth quarter. It's actually Logan Woods, who may have, I don't know if it's a cramp or some other malady. Now he's up and is walking off, but he's certainly far from 100%. Getting his first extended run on defense since his sophomore year. We've called his name a lot at linebacker. But he will be out at least for one play, as Grove City will have 2nd and 8 upcoming at the Hickory 12.
I think this helps Grove City. The Nemec looked like he was a little bit winded, and gives him a chance to get a little bit of water, gives his air back, and gives that offensive line a little bit of a break. They seem to be wearing this Hickory front down, and amazed to see if they can keep it going.
Eagles have it 2nd and 8 at the 12. Hickory sending a couple of new guys in on the front. Now that front three-man line. Homan, give to Nemec. Nemec into the teeth of the defense. Peyton Lawrence. He's energized after that quick break. He brings him down. Ethan Hamley, the other defensive end. Also there, Nemec gets nothing. In fact, he may have even lost a yard back to the 13.
I think he did, and nice job by that Hickory front. Just the time I'm counting them out, they could come back.
Game on 790 WPIC. Farrell has opened up a 34-7 lead on Sharpsville. Grove City will go to Sharpsville next week. They haven't played since 1991.
Interesting game.
3rd and 9 here. Holman in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Holman throwing it far side.
Nice throw.
Greer goes up. Make the catch in the end zone, but did he push off? The official on the far side threw his flag immediately. Greer working on the corner on the far side. Neville. It would be 1st and goal, but the flag thrown and the body language of the Grove City guys indicates that the gain is not going to stand.
Doesn't look good.
And from our vantage point, it certainly looked like Greer was quite physical.
Right. I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but sometimes I apologize to the Hickory fans out there that it's hard for me.
You're doing pretty well. So it's but you coached against Hickory all those years, and we coached at Grove City, not just against Hickory. A lot of great games, and if you're on the Hickory side, you're glad that flag came out, though,
right?
Because it was, Grove City fans are saying, "Let him play." Hickory, you have to call that.
That's right. It's a great throw and catch, but unfortunately, easily had a little bit of help.
So the penalty is 15 yards back to the 28. Now 3rd and 24. 6th flag of the night on Grove City for 50 yards. 8:43 to go. The Eagles have 3rd and 24 to 28. Martin wing left. 2 receivers out there, Greer and Lutz. Resner wide right. Holman back to pass. Has time. Now under pressure. Holman hit, and he is going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line. Walls in there along with Damar Trowick. Kennedy finished him off. A loss of 8, and Grove City now will have 4th and 32 at the 36-yard line.
Right, just again, I'm up here talking about Hickory's front getting tired and getting worn down, and boy, since that timeout, they've come out and they've done a heck of a job.
So the sack moves it back 7 yards to the 35. It's 4th and 31. 8.5 minutes to go, and Grove City in a tough spot here.
Yeah, Hickory just needs to, make sure that they catch it firm, make the tackle, no penalties.
Well, 4th and long, 4th and 31. Holman back to pass. He will step into it, throwing the ball downfield. Going up, incomplete. Greer there. Neville on the coverage. He got there at the same time as the ball. It's incomplete, and Hickory will take over on down. So for the second time, on the second straight possession, Grove City into the McCandless Ford red zone, comes away with 0 points. The Hickory defense stands tall again.
But Holman was under pressure, got hit right as he threw it. But the ball was there. It was an accurate throw, just a great defensive play by Hickory. I'm impressed with Hickory's secondary. They made some great plays tonight.
Yeah, not just being, certainly you point to the interceptions right away, but they've tackled well. Right. There have been really, no big plays. The long pass tonight for Grove City, 14 yards, and that was to Nemec on the screen.
And, give credit to Hickory's linebackers in the front getting pressure and doing their job.
8:10 to go. Hornets up 24-14. They have it on their own 35 on the near left hash mark. Holland in motion from left to right, and Grove City jumps into the neutral zone. A 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 5 now. 7th flag of the night on Grove City.
Well, that's just, adrenaline's flowing, and the defense knows they need to make a stop, and let's just get a little bit anxious.
Tellez with the kind of the hard count, and he knows that they're coming after him. So I'm sorry, they have moved. Who's it on?
I thought it was on Grove City, but they've
okay. We apologize. It's on Hickory. So scratch whatever we said.
Right. Oh boy.
So and perhaps maybe they got Tellez for being a little bit perhaps a head bob.
I don't know.
So back to the 30 now. So instead of 1st and 5, it's 1st and 15. Acre in motion left to right. Give to Kennedy on a delay. Sean Kennedy to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Arnold in there along with Holman. No gain for Sean Kennedy. We'll bring up 2nd and 15 now. Back at the 30. Of course, when we talk about Hickory, the running game has not been real strong for much of the season. And tonight, Hickory 60 rushing yards on 24 carries. this, up 10 with 8 minutes to go. You want to be able to run the ball, but it's not been the strength of the Hickory offense this year.
That's for sure. It's you should do it, you want to do it, but like you said, it's not really their strength.
Telez in the backfield. Telez will keep it. He will throw it downfield. Incomplete. Tried to hit Hickory on the slant, but the pass behind him. And now 3rd down and 15. The clock stops with 7:28 to go.
He had an open receiver, just a little bit anxious. Got rid of the ball, I think, a little bit too soon, and an incomplete pass.
3rd down now for Hickory. Hornets 3 of 9 on 3rd down tonight. Hickory has to get to the 45 for the first down. 24-14 Hornets lead here at Grove City.
And they have to be careful here because, crucial part of the game. I mean, hey, worst case scenario, you punt the ball away. You don't want to do anything here to give Grove City a big play, a turnover.
Sometimes punts are good.
Yes, they are.
Telez in the shotgun. Telez on a draw, wraparound draw, give it to Sean Kennedy. Kennedy hit at the line of scrimmage, fights through the initial contact, gets out to the 34, picks up 4, and the punt team will come out. But the clock will be under 7 minutes when the punt is sent away by Ty Holland.
Well, not a bad play and not a bad call by Hickory there. There's always a chance, he breaks a tackle or whatever and he picks up first time. I saw him do that last week in the Slipper game, so not a bad call at all.
Sean Kennedy, anytime the ball's in his hands, even with the cast on there, he can do a lot of damage against the defense.
That's for sure.
Holland to punt for the 5th time tonight. Hamley will snap. Snap a little bit high. Holland makes the catch. The kick sent downfield. Navarro with a pressure kick downfield over Lutz's head. It hits the 25. Rolls inside the Grove City 20. And it'll keep rolling all the way to the 15-yard line of Grove City. Ty Holland, a 51-yard punt. And Grove City will be pinned deep in its own end with 6.5 minutes to go. And, Coach, it probably will not be our lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, but that is a huge play right there.
That is a huge play. That was big, for Hickory. But, that's just a great punt, at a crucial part of the game, flip the field position, and, Grove City's got to go almost 80 yards here for a touchdown.
Actually,
more than
85. The ball at the 15.
Right.
As the precipitation has returned, some of the fans gathering their belongings.
My eyesight hasn't gotten any better at Brixie.
Well, it's a tough angle down there.
Yes, I guess.
That's why they switched out of your classes, had the other teachers teach math, right?
That's right.
I'm used to it with Birch, though.
I was a reading teacher.
That's right. There you go. 1st and 10 at the 15. Handoff is to Nemec, and he will get very little. Peyton Lawrence in there. Lawrence has had a very active game tonight on the defensive line. Gain of 1 for Nemec. 2nd and 9 as we come up on the 6-minute mark here.
I know Grove City wants to be patient and stick to the game, but you're at a point now where you need 2 scorers. And you're going to have to open things up a little bit.
3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Homan alone in the shotgun. Homan back to pass. There's a screen far side cut by Greer. Greer giving ground, now heading upfield. Greer along the number, so have the first down out close to the 30. Krivosh trips him up. Greer will pick up about 13 on the play. And there's a stoppage on the far side, and a Hickory man a little bit slow to get up. That's Walls, the nose tackle, who's on a knee over along the sideline.
He's had a good game tonight. I called his name along. He's done a great job in there at nose. Yeah, Grove City needs to get some tempo going here, and that was a great play. A short pass, relatively safe, and picked up some good yardage.
Picked up 12 to the 28, first down. Homan, quarterback draw. Homan upfield, and he'll be spun down at the 31-yard line by Logan Woods. Gain of 3 for Homan, but the clock continues to roll. 5:30 to go, 2nd down and 7 for Grove City at the 31-yard line.
These quarterbacks continue to impress me. There's Hickory's quarterback made a great open field tackle there. And Grove City's quarterback, both of them, great offensive and defensive players.
2nd and 7, 2 receivers and a wing to the right, 2 left for Hunter Homan. Back to pass. Homan under pressure and pass caught underneath by Nemec. Nemec breaks the tackle upfield to the 45. Ball comes out at the end of the play, and Hickory has come up with it. Sean Kennedy recovers the fumble. Turnover number 5, forced by the Hickory defense. The Hornets will take over in Grove City territory.
Well, both coaches talked about it at the beginning of the game. Turnovers and just for Grove City, it's actually not been there night. They took care of the ball and it's been there's still 5 minutes to go in the game, so we need to stop here.
This Hickory team has showed up tonight. A team that a lot of people maybe were counting out 4 straight losses, but we heard Coach Dundee say they had a good week of practice, and it has. Sometimes it's coach speak, but you can tell it has translated tonight. This Hickory team has played very, very well.
We mentioned dangerous team, and they proved it tonight. And give these kids credit for keep working hard and.
Snap was fumbled by Tellez, picked up by Hickory. Hickory will go around the right side and turn a negative into a positive. He'll get across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Hickory, who's had a very nice night. A couple of touchdowns to his credit, and certainly a very big play there. It looked like it's a 4-yard gain on the stat sheet, but that could have been disaster for the Hornets.
They sure don't look like a 2-14 team, that's for sure. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen them in person. It's hard to believe that they've lost 4 games.
2 tight ones lost by a point to Wilmington, lost by 3 to Slippery Rock last week. But coming here tonight to Grove City, up 10 with 4:21 to go. Tellez turns nobody there. He'll keep it and goes for the ball ripped out of there. Grove City has it. Tellez lost it, and coming up with it is DJ Bones. So Grove City gets a takeaway with 4:12 to go. So the Eagles say, hey, we're not done yet.
That's a freshman. DJ Bones making a big play. He almost broke it.
The Bones returns it to the Grove City 46. So the Eagles, with 4:12 to go, Grove City still all 3 timeouts. Grove City has it in Hickory territory.
Great play.
The ball will be put down in Hickory territory at the 46 of Hickory. Homan in the shotgun. 3 receivers right. Nimick to his right. Homan rolls right. Homan on the run downfield throws a one-hopper incomplete to Trey Resner. It will be second down with 4:08 to go.
That's one of those drills you always work on in practice. You get somebody stood up. Somebody has them stood up. The next guy coming in, rips the ball out and paid off for the Grove City defense. So they've been an opportunistic defense this year, that's for sure. They've given up some yards, but they've done a great job with takeaways.
Now 2nd and 10 at the Hickory 46 after the incomplete pass. Homan out of the gun. Homan looking under pressure. Homan steps up, flushed out to his left. Now dodging men. Homan scrambles for a couple. He'll be brought down at the 44-yard line. Finally looked like it was Trowick over there. Kennedy in the neighborhood as well. It will be 3rd down and 8 for Grove City at the Hickory 44. Eagles are 2 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. 3:45 to go. 24-14. Hickory leads. Homan back to the line. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Homan out of the shotgun. Sets up a screen, and it's caught by Greer far side. Greer moving through traffic inside the 35. He'll have the 1st down. Greer gives Grove City a new set of downs, and the clock will stop momentarily to move the chains with 3:28 to go.
He's made a couple of big plays in the last few series, Nathan Greer.
Gain of 11 on the completion. Homan now tonight 7 of 14 for 71 yards. Greer with 3 catches. Greer alone in the shotgun. He will keep a designed run over the right side. Cuts inside of the defender Hickory down to the 29-yard line. 4 for Homan. But the clock continues to move.
Got a Hickory player down here.
There's a Hickory man down, and that is Will Hickory, who's a little bit slow to get up, and he'll have to check out for plays. They've blown play dead. And now we're ready to go again. Okay, so
we've got some tired players on both teams. They played hard. It's been a well-played game and a hard-fought game, and got some tired players.
2nd and 5 at the 28. They gave Homan an extra yard. Homan throws it left side, caught by Greer on the screen. Greer outside the numbers, spun down inside the 20. to the 19. Luke Neville on the tackle. Grove City back into the McCandless Ford red zone.
Another first down for Grove City. Another catch for Greer. Anytime you can get him the ball in space, good things can happen, that's for sure.
We saw on the kick return earlier tonight, 77-yarder. First and 10 at the Hickory 19. Holman, quarterback draw. Holman is going to be hit, kept his feet. No, knee went down. Sean Kennedy got enough of him to knock him down. Short gain for Holman. And the clock now under 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Grove City trailing here at home. Hickory up 24-14. Second and 9 coming up at the 18 of Hickory.
But Hickory might be wise to take a timeout here and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Some confusion for Grove City offensively. We're under 2 minutes to go now. Lutz lines up slot right on the wide side of the field inside of Bresner. Holman back to pass. Holman with a pump, steps up. Holman will run, gets away from the defender. Holman far side to the 10. Hunter Holman to the 5. He is in for the touchdown. There is a flag behind the play. Holman ran over the defender at the end zone who was still down. They ran him over at the goal line.
Hey, unless you were here to see it, what a run. I mean, it was...
Well, you could see it via the YouTube feed, thanks to our folks, our friends, the Grove City Boosters.
I keep forgetting we're on the... but, man, what a run. A tough run. He stepped out of a couple of tackles, got hit a couple of times, and then ran over defender, as you said, going over the goal line.
But a block in the back against Grove City. They think they're going to get Greer along the far side. That will be the 7th flag of the night against Grove City. It'll be 10 yards from the spot. It's going to end up being second down and 11 back at the 20. So Holman an 8-yard gain, but a 10-yard penalty. Put the ball back at the 20-yard line. A minute 43 to go, and the clock will start on the snap. Holman back to pass. Holman lobbing it downfield, caught by Nemec at the 10. Nemec to the 5, cut down by Scullen downfield along with Krivosh. Eagles will have goal to go. First and goal at the 4, 16-yard completion, the longest play of the night for the Eagles. Holman give to Nemec. Nemec hauled down for a loss, back outside the 5 at the 7. Ty Holland in on the tackle, and Grove City will take the first of its 3 timeouts. We'll take a timeout as well. Second and goal coming up for Grove City. 1:24 to go. Hickory leading by 10. Can the Hornets finish off Grove City? We'll find out when we come back on Sports Radio 96.7.
Celebrate the 5th-year anniversary of the Hornets Branch on Friday, October 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. Meet their staff, enjoy reading Italians, free temperatures, community, celebrate prizes, and Mr. Coach celebrates their 5th-year anniversary at the Hornets Branch, Friday, October 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. It's the greatest day since 1911 with Hornets Road, Hornets BA, under FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Our third quarter is brought to you by Exploration, the area's number 1 music and selling windows and digital store.
And we're back here at Grove City's Forker Field. Eagles have second and goal at the 6, but more importantly, the Hickory Hornets have a 24-14 lead. With a minute 24 to go in the fourth quarter, Grove City has taken its first timeout of the half. Eagles have 2 left. Hickory also 2 timeouts at its disposal. Clayton Martin will line up wing right, or slot right, I should say, Lutz. And Greer to the left. Resner, the outside receiver, on the right. Holman in the shotgun. Second and goal, call it to 7. Holman throws it downfield, and it's batted around and picked off by Hickory. It hit Holland's hands, and coming up with it for the Hornets, the interception made by Peyton Lawrence, the defensive lineman, and that will seal a huge road win for the Hickory Hornets.
Just, under pressure and tried to make a play, and Hickory made a big play in the game right there. So
Peyton Lawrence, the interception with a minute 17 to go. And the Hickory Hornets are going to head back to the Shenango Valley with a huge road win, a season saver, perhaps, for the Hornets.
This is getting like the Pac-12, This team beats
Well, I know. This team beats that. A beats B, B beats C, C beats A.
Right. I knew you could say it better than me, and that's why I tossed that one to you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. But, yeah, wow. It's sure getting interesting, that's for sure.
The 6th turnover of the night by Grove City. The 4th interception by Hickory. Low snap. Tellez will give it to Hickory. Hickory is hauled down for a loss by Nathan Boyd, and Grove City will take its second timeout. The one thing to keep in mind, Coach, it's a 10-point game. A safety makes it an 8-point game. And now Hickory, after losing about 5 on the carry to Hickory, have it back at the 3, maybe the 4. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Hickory looking to finish off this one. 1:10 to go. Back with the finish on Sports Radio 96.7.
The September 2022 Mercer County Team of the Night. Vegas is proud to announce the Grove City Boys Cross Country for the October Mercer County Team of the Night. Congratulations to Coach Ronald Sample and his outstanding Grove City Cross Country team as they have the September Vegas Grill Mercer County Team of the Night. For all information, go to VegasGrill.com. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Trey Installation, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter install.
Hickory has the ball back at its own 3. 2nd and 16 upcoming. 1:10 to go. Hornets lead by 10. Grove City now down to 1 timeout. Along with Jeff Bell, Ryan Briggs here tonight. Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game. Xander Tellez in the shotgun, both feet in the end zone. He gets the snap, quarterback draw. Tellez up the middle. Tellez upfield to the 15. Tellez stacked up, fights forward, close to the lead stick, needed the 20. He got the 20. Xander Tellez goes for 17 yards, and that will clinch it for the Hickory Hornets.
Hey, just another great play. I mean, he's really impressed me all night, and I just can't believe that he's only a sophomore, and this is really, like you said, his first real.
He played a little bit in the first half last week in the 4th quarter, and then Logan Woods started, and Woods played well tonight too. And
he did. He played very, very well.
Now, Hornets will come out in the victory formation.
Every coach's favorite formation. Well, not every. It depends on which side you're on here tonight.
If you're a Hickory fan, you love it, and Grove City will drop to 4-3, 3-2 in the league. Things really tightening up in the middle of Region 3. Eagles go to Sharpsville next week. Hickory has Greenville and Sharpsville left. The kneel down to 22 seconds to go. Hickory does not have to run another play. And the Hickory Hornets will come to Grove City and spoil senior night 24-14. The Hickory Hornets, a huge road win tonight.
We got to give credit to Hickory. They were well prepared. They played a great game, and it's up to Hickory.
We talked in the pregame about things evening out, and tonight, certainly for the Hornets, they've had so many near misses and bad bounces, and just things not going their way tonight, and a lot of it because the Hornets made their breaks, forcing 6 turnovers tonight, an efficient offense, big defense. The Hickory Hornets get the win tonight, 24-14.
Absolutely. Well played game, and give the Hickory kids credit. Great effort. Executed their game plan, and playing 2 quarterbacks, and just a great game for them. Grove City, they played a good game. I think the turnovers just that was different from the game. We talked about it, and a little bit to the weather change, for the weather. You got a wet field, wet behind this turf, and the turnover battle definitely was won by Hickory, and usually the team that wins the turnover battle wins the game, and that's what happened tonight. But